All right. Hello, everybody. We're gonna be playing some D&D today. It's gonna be fun. My name's Mighty B.E.A.R.D. We've got a full house. We got five people joining us. But first, kind of summarize what happened the last time, because realistically, today's session is called Burial Mound Investigation Part 2. So the Part 1, what happened last time is the party went to these burial mounds, which they had located about a few sessions before. So I think it was like episode 24, 25 or something like that. And there's like 50 of them that are just kind of scattered in this region of the Sydund desert. And yeah, they had been asked, or the Adventurers Guild was asked by the Records Guild to send a team out to clear it. And the goal is basically to just prep it so that Records Guild can go in and study. Records Guilds are a bunch of like archaeologists and bookkeepers. They take care of all of the records, all of the documentation of our little homebrew world island here. So you guys went out there, or a few of you went out there, and quickly determined that you were not fully prepared for such activities, mostly because a lot of these mounds, as far as like the tombs underneath, are sealed. So there's like little structures that are underneath the mounds that you're aware of. The two, which is the one that you guys had experienced first, and then there was another one that you guys had seen, or at least Moira had seen, to be already kind of entered into and opened. So but yes, everything else that you guys had found, or at least started to try and get into, you found doorways for two, but again, they were sealed, and without sledgehammers, without picks, anything of the sort. It was quite difficult. It was a makeshift masonry hammer and a dagger to try to break through one. Was able to enter that one, but yeah, we also found out that boars, although very tusky and brutish, cannot break down the sealed door of a tomb.
And mold earth does not mean mold brick.
Yes.
Found that out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what a shame.
Finally, you have a weakness.
Yeah. So today we're gonna venture back out and see what we can come up with. There are about at this point seven more of these mounds in this like little section that have been unexplored. And so the party went back to resupply and just kind of reassess what's going to be going on, what's happening, what needs to be happening. So but you guys, Moira and Svamp and Altath, you guys would have pretty much the rest of the day to figure out what you're doing. However, there is a little bit more to the schedule, and we'll get into that in a second. So first of all, let's go ahead and go around the table and introduce ourselves, who our characters are, and all that jazz. We'll start off with Bex.
Hi, my name is Bexilla, and I am playing Svamp, who is a Furbolg druid who is Circle of Spores. She has insatiable curiosity, especially when it comes to the circle of life and the natural order of things. And when things don't line up with her perspective of the natural order of things, she kind of loses her mind a little bit, and she cannot be stopped until she figures it out. And it drives her party members a little nuts, I think.
Next up, we've got Iondas.
I play Moira, urban bounty hunter on the run, half elf wizard, basically. Sorry, sorcerer. My bad. But I like money.
And Medikit?
Yep, I play Altath. He's a brass dragonborn monk who's come down from the north as of last section to help out with the zombie problem. I'm a little bit oblivious to social etiquette, so sometimes I'll speak things out loud that I should be thinking instead. So that's kind of funny. And I'm currently seeking enlightenment to try to find out how I can be of use to the world.
We also have Omelette with us today.
Hi, I'll be playing Skilly, a very laid-back turtle, kind of always feeling the way I'm feeling right now. That does hide a few secrets, but he's a monk, and if those around him pay attention, they might be able to figure out the secrets in time.
And Plasma Hero.
Hello. I'm Plasma. I'm playing Zilis, the Triton rogue, who's just trying to help out some with his sneaky abilities, and yeah.
Wonderful. So yes, Svamp, Moira, Altath, you guys come back along with Draco, and you pretty much have the rest of the day to do whatever it is you would like to do. And it sounded like you had the intention of maybe picking up some more supplies and then heading back out in the morning. But let's just kind of skip to the morning just for now. We can go back if we need to. But basically, as you guys are waking up, you head downstairs, get breakfast, get your itineraries for the day. So again, just kind of getting your assignment, or at least making sure your assignment has not changed, kind of thing. And when you guys get downstairs and into the like the office area, you get word that you guys are gonna be sticking around Sydund for a little bit longer, that some plans have changed, and that the captain would talk with you. And
what did we do now?
yeah, so you guys head back to the tavern again, just kind of like chill out and what's going on. And about like 15-20 minutes goes by, and the captain walks out and kind of sits down with you and lets you know that plans have changed, primarily like based on your report and what it's gonna require for you guys to do this job. So the mounds were sealed, so you didn't have the tools necessary to get in and do it. But B, you also well, Altath, like you know, went unconscious
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A little
And
bit.
so
He was fine.
it's a bit more dangerous than the normal stuff, at least between the Records Guild and the Adventurers Guild. So the captain had meetings with the Records Guild to renegotiate and basically get them a little bit more involved in what's going on. So yeah, they later on in the evening, you guys would need to go basically meet with the Records Guild to just kind of talk over basics, you know, like as far as like opening up those sealed mounds, what they're looking for you to do. Like they, you know, obviously they don't want you to destroy anything, but they definitely want to give you some kind of context of how to get into those kind of things so that you don't break anything. And you know, overall, again, just kind of provide you with the knowledge. So that evening you guys are going to meet. But the other thing that the captain said is that they're kind of shifting some things around. There's 50 of these things. There is not a lot of manpower in Sydund. Sydund needs to continue protecting the gatehouse, protecting the city from the attacks from the undead. There's Camp Malum Clitern that has just been set up just north of the city, and they're sending out teams of archaeologists that require Adventurers Guild to be out there. So they had put a call out for any of the other counties, send some extra people out there. You would be aware that Hovestad would be sending out Skilly, and Skilly won't be here for probably another few days, and then also Zilis from the Whitmore region, and will likely also probably be here in a few days. So you've got about 7 days of downtime ish. Just kind of hang out and do whatever you guys like to do. We'll start there. So Altath, Svamp, Moira. You guys get the news. Things have been renegotiated. Oh, I'm sorry. One last thing about renegotiations. That also does up the amount that you guys can earn. We didn't talk about this last session, but it was 100 gold per mound explored, and they are upping that to 200 gold per mound.
Did they already pay us for what we've looked through, or
yeah,
no?
so that's split up, so 25 per person per mound. So you had basically two mounds that you explored.
Yeah.
50. So yeah, you guys have 7 days. What would you do with it?
I would be futzing down by the water. Are they desalinators? What are they called? the water purification plant stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would be down there messing. I'd be down there futzing and messing.
Yeah.
And experimenting with my greenhouse water purification experiment stuff. That's what I'd be up to.
Yeah, let me go ahead and bring everyone to the Sydund map. Kind of give you some context, but yes, we have a water treatment plant on the coast, and yes, the water treatment plant is basically mixed group of people. You've got alchemists, you've got artificers, you've got clerics, you've got sages, like records people, trying to all come up with a solution. Change the salt water, the golden sea, turn it into drinkable water, because Sydund does not have a actual source of drinking water. It is much too hot. Desert, so there's no running water anywhere. And yeah, the weather is just much too it's not good for rain. So far, no solution has been. You can definitely spend some time there for sure.
That's what I'd be futzing with, is the idea that I could use plants and the way plants to evaporate. I've sent you the thing. I've sent my DM the idea.
Oh my
That's
god,
what I'd be
maybe
futzing
3 months ago.
Yeah,
I'll
that
take a
thing.
look at it.
I'd be futzing with that thing.
I feel like we did this last time too.
Yep.
Yeah, so you had given them a concept, and Yeah, I would say just you being a member of the Adventurers Guild, it does give you access to be able to talk to some people. But yeah, you were able to talk to some of the higher ups. And the plant is that, like, they're not just working on one experiment and then moving on to the next one. There's 4 or 5 different things happening at the same time, trying to figure out which is the best. But they did take what you had given them as a concept. They started to build it. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh. See if I can remember how to do that. Oh.
80. All right. So yeah. I need to bring this over into Foundry. I'll work on that. But yes, it's basically, trying to use condensation, evaporation, and having plants around, letting the plants evaporate some of the water. They are working on a small scale prototype of that, and I would say they, especially after like the 7 days you were there, or however long of those 7 days you would spend there. But definitely, they have come to, they've got a prototype working. The issue is it just seems to be slow. So they need to just figure out how, like, it is working, but not at the scale that, a growing city would need it. So
Gotcha.
trying to determine, is this
Viable, right?
thing that is viable in a building form, right? Because I think the goal would be not require individual housing units to have to hold something. It'd be like one place that everyone could go to get their water.
Okay.
So that's the thing. That's the issue. But it'll take time. They're going to continue to work on it and see if there's a way that they can get it. They definitely are interested in trying out different plants. So what was brought in initially was stuff that could be found in Sydund, all the cactus and everything. But bringing in stuff from Easton, so different flowers and whatnot, they've started to have like a second unit for that. But they are curious if there's anything in the jungle, the bearded jungle, that would be useful in this situation. And no one knows, because everyone knows that the jungle's there, but not much has been explored.
Cool. I have helped.
Altath.
Yo, so I'm gonna say, like, for 4 of the 7 days, I'm definitely gonna be spending resting. I hit my head pretty hard, I would say. I got knocked out twice. My brain's still a little fuzzy. And definitely need to tend to some wounds. So 4 of the 7 days are definitely going to be resting and recovering. But of those remaining 3, definitely going to be preparing for this travel out. Definitely going to try to buy a pick and a hammer, as well as kind of looking around for some potential side hustles.
Okay. And then let's look at you, Altath. So, what kind of side hustles are you thinking about here?
Well, so I have a herbalist's kit already, so I'm thinking about doing something in like kind of the healing potion side of things.
Do you remember how you got that?
So I bought it in Hovedstad, I believe. And I used it when I was in the wild.
Okay. All right. You are a hermit,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Yep.
So a hermit does come with the herbalism kit efficiency. So yeah, that would work. So okay, so you've got this herbalism kit, and you want to do what with it again? Side hustle?
Kind of. Yeah. Kind of side hustle, work in the healing and kind of potion-y departments.
Okay. But are we talking side hustle as in you're selling potions, or are you preparing?
Selling potions.
Okay. So
You've got competition in Sydund already, my dude. Our man.
Yeah, you would maybe be pointed to, but there is someone in Sydund that does this sort of thing, and he's actually he's already kind of made a connection with the party, and that is a guy named Bertram. Bertram, merchant of potions of Sydund.
Okay.
So maybe talking it over with the party, Draco, who is the main connection with Bertram.
Yeah, don't be upsetting Draco now.
Yeah, would introduce the two of you. You could definitely help. You can definitely help him, for sure.
Okay.
I think your issue here is Sydund is it's a lot harder to get those supplies in.
Yeah.
You'd have to go through a shop already to get those supplies. But Bertram would be totally cool because he's basically the provider of health potions for the Adventurers Guild here in Sydund. So yeah, he would definitely be interested in having some help, especially preparing for stuff that's going out, soon.
Okay.
So we're talking 3 days. You'd be potentially working with Bertram.
Yes. Yeah.
These potions. Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead then, and we'll just make a roll with your herbalism kit, and let me see. So I would say I'd be good with a. Yeah, let me open you. I'd be good with a medicine check. So I'm sorry, a wisdom. So if you click in your inventory, your herbalism kit, you should have a die, and it should ask you like what skill you want to use. So just use a wisdom.
One moment.
Oh no.
That's horrible.
These desert
What a
plants
way
do
to
not
start out.
agree with
Let's
you.
go.
You don't know what these are. What the heck is cactus?
I've never seen a cactus before.
What is this prickly green thing?
Ouch. Why does it hurt to touch?
Ow, I'm bleeding again. Ow.
Don't you like have scales or something?
It's red because that was a nat 1, right?
Yeah.
It was a very sharp cactus.
You fell into a cactus.
Yeah, I would say, Altath, so you go to help Bertram, but at the end of the day, you had a few things, kind of, obscuring judgment, I guess. I would say
He's so
on the fourth day, there was another attack on the city. You might have been involved in it. You might not have been involved. It was quick to get through. It was only like a handful of these undead that had come to the city. Probably the smallest of attacks that the town has experienced so far. But just to give you some quick background, undead are coming from the desert. There's no source that has been located yet. There's no motive. But they come to the city and they try to break down the gatehouse doors at night. So they only come at night, but they try to break down the doors to get inside. But again, they don't talk, so there's no idea of what's going on or why it's happening. But it happens at least once or twice every 10 days. So I would say knowing that and knowing, being reminded of yourself going unconscious twice in that one tomb, yeah, that's just a lot going on. But I think overall, knowing that you're a part of the Adventurers Guild, like trying to find where that source is coming from, like what are they doing? Why are they doing this? I think that'll just be running through your head. But yes, yeah. You don't really give as much help. Bertram thanks you, but suggests, this kind of business, you have to choose one or the other. Either you're making potions or you're solving other people's problems. You can't do both.
Okay.
Well.
Bertram is very gracious.
Yeah, getting the undead situated might put you in a better spot.
It's a bigger priority.
Yeah. But okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
But he does tell you, if you're out and you find herbs, flowers, anything that seems relatively interesting and maybe usable for potion making, bring it to him.
I definitely will.
All right, Moira.
Hello.
Yeah, you've got 7.5 days. What would you like?
I want to spend most of it just going around the Records Guild and the town, trying to see if I can identify anything in history here that might be of value to go basically treasure hunting for. Old habits die hard type of thing.
Repeat what you said. Sorry.
Exploring the
Records
the
Guild.
Records Guild, the town, talking to anyone in town that I can, maybe hanging out a bit at the tavern or at the guild to see of any rumors or stories of things that are of value that I could go treasure hunting for, because bounty hunter is an old habit to kick.
I see. So you're looking for treasure.
I'm sniffing.
Any talks of treasure.
She's got little grabby hands. She wants it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me and investigation. $13. All right, so two things that are close by, but kind of redundant information a little bit. But I would say this is going to be a mixture of talking to people and overhearing people, especially at the tavern. But Sydund is very heavy on the archaeologist side, so a lot of talk about what has been found so far. So you would be aware that there is a temple just outside of where Camp Clattern is, and they know that the temple was elven, and it seemed, generally speaking, rather large in size, like almost the size of the guild hall. But it definitely had some underground things that they weren't able to get into yet. But because it's elvish, they are expecting to get a lot of really valuable artifacts from it. Mostly just the design. Elves, especially at a certain point in general history, like everything they made was just so beautiful. But then there is a lot of talk about the burial mounds that you got. But I think what you would get out of it isn't necessarily what's inside, but the quantity. So why are there 50? Why are there so many? Why didn't that part of the society have, like, a cemetery? Or just bury them in the ground? Like, what's the significance of them putting them in mounds? So I think there's a historical significance attached to what you guys are going through. But also because, it's because it's so different, there's an expectation that whoever was buried here is probably important.
Yeah.
Which could suggest that there is a lot of valuable things there. I think that would be your interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that you would get is that the second ship that went to Nordland about 3 years ago was lost to sea. No one knows if it sank or if it got caught on an ice, like on one of those ice peaks out there, or what. But the ship, about 20 people, just went off the sail off of Nordland. The expectation they'd be heading back to Easton, and never came back. But they were carrying stuff that they found from a place that people call the Deadwood. And Deadwood, if you go back to the continent map, it is just a place where there's a bunch of like dead trees. That's the main story that you get out of it. But yeah, word is that they went into the Deadwoods to kind of explore and found something, and were bringing it back to Easton to get studied, and never came back.
Interesting. I'm writing all this down in my biography, by the way.
Cool. But let me ask you this: how obvious are you being at sniffing for information?
Depends on the place. Kind of obvious in some places. Trying to be open for conversation, like in a tavern, you know, versus like out in the market, maybe a little bit more low key.
All right. We're at the tavern. Probably barkeep you're talking to. And yeah. I meant to do this before and I forgot.
Secret tunnels! What?
I'm always excited about secrets.
Well, then, do we have a show for you?
All right. So, you are in the Guildhall Tavern, and you are talking to the barkeep. And I would say this is probably like earlier in the day, probably like 4th or 5th day of your downtime. So there's not a lot of activity. You're one of like maybe, a dozen people that at the tavern at the time. But as you pull away from the barkeep to head wherever you're gonna go next, you hear someone kind of clear their throat, and as you start to turn to see where the voice had come from, you feel someone kind of get up kind of close behind you.
I just
Been a while, Moira.
Immediately like freeze up and my face goes white, and I don't even turn around. I just stand there.
Hear you're sniffing. Looking for some more work?
I guess old habits, are hard to kill, whatever that saying is. And I turn around very slowly to face them.
Half orc. Clothes are a bit worn. Not tattered per se, but definitely been worn. Probably has used the same outfit every day for like the last 2 years. But you recognize this person. I don't really recall name per se, like that doesn't really come off the bat, but someone you've seen before, maybe worked alongside indirectly.
Funny, you're still wearing the same outfit. I thought you were, also wearing chains every day. Why are you here?
Not that person.
Oh, you changed it on me.
But if you said it out loud,
Take it back.
he'll smile. He'll smile.
Take it back.
No. Sibling. But
Oh,
it's a
Retcon.
you aren't keeping a low enough profile here, and you're involved in quite a bit down here. So should be getting out soon. We'll be coming up for you, find you. But that's not what I am here. I am here because work has been mostly steady. We know you're involved in a few things, and let's just say word on the street is you've got some access.
I don't know what word
Burial
you're hearing,
mounds.
but that's debatable.
Oh, I would just say anything you share with the family would go a long way in getting back in our good graces.
That's what this is about? You make it sound like I want to get back in their good graces.
You were thinking we're looking too small of a picture. Talking big picture here. Plenty of work out there. We could use your position to help everybody.
Help everybody? You just mean you.
Oh. Let's just say I have some opportunities. Willing to work with us? Well, your whole job might pick up quickly.
Just kind of roll my eyes and order another drink from the barkeep and sigh and go, there's a reason why I left. There's a reason why everything happened 2 years ago. You're not making this worth my while at all.
Well, let's just say 2 years is a long time. We can definitely make things You are very talented. Have some opportunity. Targets. You'd be the best person for the job. But need to know willing to work with us.
Is there any targets here?
Essentially.
How big we talking?
Whatever it is you're making at the Adventurers Guild. Consider one of the targets big enough to fulfill that salary for.
2 years? I kind of like cough on my drink a little bit.
So if you're willing to work, there is something you could do to show us. Again, we're aware you're involved in something, and could find yourself some valuable items and sharing that. Would give us
Say
the
I'm
green light to give
interested.
you the job.
Say I'm interested. You just have to promise one thing. Well, okay, 2 things. I know. I'm pushing the luck here. But that person cannot find me when they get out. And the second is that I would not be, I guess, full-time for the family.
No,
I
no,
much
no,
prefer
no.
this freedom.
No, well, you are much more valuable doing what you're doing. Us
I still
coming to you
stand.
would be somewhat rare.
Okay. I still can't
Until
have that
you're
person
willing-
finding me.
That we could keep to ourselves.
I guess you've earned another employee, kinda.
Well, again, be around. In the meantime, anything you pick up that you think would be better suited in hands of us instead of the Records Guild. That
I'll
will
keep
go
an
a
eye
long
out.
way.
I'll keep an eye out.
And obviously we would give you your cut. Well, I'll be seeing you more.
I just kind of nod and stare at my drink more.
So you would get three potential locations. One you're already involved in. One is a temple out near Melum Claturn. As well as a ship somewhere off the coast of Nordland, near the Deadwoods. Well as a potential bounty hunter. Anything else?
I need to buy some health potions, and then again, a hammer, chisel, pickaxe, whatever.
Yeah, any supplies you guys want to pick up, feel free to do so as long as you got the gold to do it.
I got gold.
Right, we can just do that in the menu. That's a thing we could do.
Yeah. Your character sheet, there are 3 dots on the top right, and one of those is equipment shop, and yeah, that'll pull all items from the SRD. So yeah, anything worthwhile. Sledgehammers, pickaxes, that's all right. Zilis.
What's up?
You last time we saw you were in Whitmore, dealing with a giving the report. Obviously that's a lot to get through. It's a lot to take in. So not only shifters seemingly coming from the meteor, but also infiltrating the Adventurers Guild in the place of Norman. There is a major threat still out there, and that is the big red guy in the woods. But it's going to take some time to figure out the best way to go about that. So they offered you a option for about a 10-day to head down to Sydund because there's some work down there.
All right.
I imagine you take it, and you are aware that you would have about a day of downtime to do kind of whatever you'd like. You'd get the brief of what you're going to be doing, investigating some burial mounds in the desert, and potentially fighting undead. That's about it. All the information that you got. But yeah, you would get a bit of a write-up of like supplies you would need, as pickaxes, sledgehammers. But you know, again, you're probably going to be joining the party, so it's not totally required that you pick up it. But I would say, yeah, you would probably leave like the next morning, and then you'd have a day in Sydund. You know, the transportation circle is instantaneous, so you're pretty much there within 6 seconds. But yeah, the weather is totally different down here. Instead of, you know, moderate, you know, like 60s, 70s, it's hot. 80s, 90s, very dry. A lot of sand everywhere. As soon as you walk out of the building, which you see is a lighthouse, as soon as you walk out of that building, yeah, it's just sand for days, and ocean to the south. So I guess the first thing is, what's your plan for the rest of the day, before you meet up with the party to start in the morning? The second piece is, what's going through your mind as far as what all took place, from like a personal standpoint. I mean, this is like one of your first jobs on land, is to investigate this meteor, and it just kind of blew up to be like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not something you guys were successful.
I would imagine I wouldn't say scared, more startled, like still shocked and a bit of terror from the big red guy, because he heard a lot, and so that would have been pretty scary. Nothing he's really ever faced before, and also very I think he'd be very cautious, lots of shoulder glances after Norbin transformed, generally on edge, kind of. He's not exactly used to this sort of thing. He knows things can be dangerous, but not as used to that particular stage of danger.
For sure.
So, on edge, pretty cautious, but then, also kind of trying to, I think he'd try not to show it as much, but, definitely, like, lots of shoulder glances and stuff.
Well, Sydund is a small desert town. There aren't many buildings out here, so as you're walking around, again, you would start off at the lighthouse, but yeah, you've got a small warehouse district, Churches Guild. Moving up the street, you've got the Adventurers Guild, which is probably where you'll spend some of your time. But you would get a tour of the gatehouse. And it's mostly if you get called to help. Undead invasion that seems to strike, once or twice 10 day. That's where you'd be. So you kind of get like the ins and outs of it. That's three levels. Like where supplies are and that sort of thing. What they've been dealing. But outside of that, again, generally you've got a day. Any particular thing that you'd be looking to do while you're in town before heading out to your next assignment?
I feel like he would just try to get a lay for the town, just a lot of roaming the streets and kind of browsing stores, not really trying to buy anything, just seeing what people have and where things are in relation to each other and whatnot.
Yeah, and this is a small enough town that you can pretty much do that in like a 5-minute period. You've got your market district, and a lot of things are just starting to kind of get set up. But yeah, in the market district, you've got a painter, a lot of paintings of like the lighthouse. Lighthouse seems to be the muse. You've got someone selling ship-related tools and supplies, because again, this is a heavy shipping town. A lot of fish, so not necessarily here in this part of the town, but down near the water. There is like near the shipyard, there is a little fresh fish seller down there. But you also have like a dye maker. You've got a potion maker. You've got a barber. You've got someone who's selling kind of like fresh produce and herbs, but it seems mostly local stuff. Cactus, wild carrots, lemons, that's also got a barber.
I want some
and then
wild
there is
carrots.
a bookshop, which is a small shop. There's some books for sale. But as you walk past, I think the main thing you would notice is that there's no one behind the desk. Kind of like a trust thing. There's just a small coin box, coins. But on the eastern part of town, it's what's called the tent city, and it's just a bunch of tents that are put up. Some are just like a 2-person tent, like your basic tent, or some of them are a bit larger. But yeah, I mean, Sydund there's not a lot of physical buildings here, mostly because it just got set up within the last year or so. But not many people want to move down here because the water issue. There's no fresh water down here. There's no real agriculture down here. There's no
It's also
mining
kind of
down
hot.
here. And it's hot, yeah. But especially this part of the season, sandstorms occur at least once a day, depending on where you are. The walls and the city kind of help with that, but definitely like around like 6-7 o'clock at night, like shops close up, but that's like kind of like when the sandstorms hit. This is the season. But yeah, mainly it's just kind of like a entry hub for the archaeologists, so the Records Guild. They are sending people out to up further north into the deserts. There's a small camp up there with the basic premise of just kind of exploring the area and trying to uncover things that will help tell the story of the society that was here before. So yeah, there really isn't much. I'd say in total, might see about 200 people here.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think after just getting a lay for the land, I assume he probably has like a like a little room or something.
Yeah, at the Adventurers Guild, that is the largest building that's here, and it's got 2 sides to it. One is your tavern, public, and it's usually well, in Whitmore this is the case, and in here it's the case. It is pretty much your only bar in town. That's where people go, like all of the citizens kind of go to eat. But the other half of it is the actual members only section. So you've got rooms for meetings, you've got rooms for sleeping. But yeah, you would have a room available to you.
Yeah, just probably go to my room and like pull out my my violin and just play a bit to myself, just trying to calm my brain for the adventure ahead. Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, have Skilly. Skilly, the last time we saw you was about 24 days ago. Timeline. And you were underneath Hovestad, exploring a cave. And at the end of it, at the end of your day that you were down there, you got transported back up into the Adventurers Guild. The representative of Senate Hall that was there, as well as your captain, and captain apologized that there was conversation about you guys, taking a few days to see what's down there, but there is the immediate threat that Senate Hall wants to resolve, and had been some workers down there that had reported that you guys had went further in, that everything else was out of the structure and the short area of the ravine, and just wanted to verify that you guys had cleared out the immediate threat, the immediate ravine. And for all intents and purposes, you did. Everything that was underneath the cemetery in that small chamber had been cleared out. So Senate Hall kind of wanted to pull some resources around, because there's some other things that they need to worry about right now. So they wanted to end that job as long as everything in that main area was cleared, and it was. So now they're going to go through the process of closing it up, sending the Records Guild down to do what they need to do as far as research for the structure above the ravine, and then Laborers Guild is going to kind of close up the holes that the Churches Guild can move on. But the Adventurers Guild will probably send you back down there into the caves to explore, but it's just not a higher priority item. However, what is a higher priority item is you'd be aware that there's some stuff that's happening in Sydund. They're looking for extra help, undead attacks, and they just need some more hands-on deck so that they can devote enough energy to protecting the city, but also devote enough energy to send the adventurers out to do other jobs that are needed. Just you go there for now. However, instead of going instantaneously because of the magic of wacky scheduling, you technically, realistically, you don't have a time frame that you need to be there, but because of forced timeline matching up, you got 24 days. So, so what do you want to do for those 24 days as you head to Sydund? You can arrive Sydund anytime you'd like, but just kind of talk me through what it is you'd actually be doing
on the way there. Let me just make sure I'm looking at the right page. I was also reading just to make sure what my plan was. Where the heck did I see? Oh, there we go. I'm going to use my calligrapher supplies while still on the way there, and our artisan's tools, everything possible, every single day on the travel, to forge myself some papers. Some very official looking papers.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that every single day until I get a good one that looks the most convincing, if I can say it like that.
Okay, and without getting into specifics, because it doesn't sound like you quite want to share, your intention...
It would just say I'm from archives. I'm here to chronicle events and historical events of the area. I'm there to gather information to put in the archives. So I just want to make it look as official as possible. And how can I say it the right way? In a way that would convince people to be more trusting.
Okay. Are you trying to pose as a member of the Records Guild?
Yeah. That would be part of the artisan's tools usage.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Okay. And your intention is to use this in Sydund?
to gather as much information as possible while looking as official as possible, because if I'm looking in my normal way, people won't divulge as much as they would if I look more official.
Mm-hmm. So, and yes, you would be aware of the plan, the general plan for Sydund. So it's set up in the middle of a desert on the coast, and there is not much going on for it except for it that people are aware that things are buried in the sand. Some temples are some small structures are visible, but yeah, Records Guild is definitely heavy presence down here. Okay, yeah, it would. Yeah, I think that would all make sense. All right, so you're gonna use this your forgery kit every day until you get a
something that I'm happy with.
Something that'll be passable. Yeah, as is. Okay. All right, and what else? What else during that 24 hour?
Well, on the way there, I'll do that. I'd say an hour before entering the city, I'll put on my disguise. Paint my face, or every piece of skin that still sticks out. I'll paint it a lime green and flop a little piece of dried moss on top of my head. And introduce myself to everybody as Peely.
Peely.
Yeah.
My question for you is how did you get here? Because again, if you look at the main map, we've got Hovestad up in the center, and Sydund is all the way down here. So walking roughly 100-ish miles. So 6-7 days walking. And then walking through the desert as well.
Fine.
The other option is either heading to Whitmore or Easton and then taking a ship down. Probably be easier, especially if you're looking.
I think the ship
the ability
would be
to
best.
travel and forge at the same time.
Yeah, the ship would have been the best choice then.
But then the other option, again, it just depends on how quickly or non-quickly you wanted to travel. So you could walk, you could take a ship, or you could transport.
I think I'll take the ship. And while I'm on it, ask a few questions, throw a few hints, see what information I can gather from the sailors, see what they know, gain their trust. I can say it like that, rather.
Okay. Anything like a specific topic you're looking for information on?
Just in general, see what they know, anything they can let slip from their side that they shouldn't. I know that's a bit vague.
That is vague. But okay. Let me character sheet. Go ahead and roll me a. I would it's gonna be the same roll, but either a persuasion or deception. It's the same mod, same skill base.
Yeah. Normal.
And this is we rolled a 20. But my intention here is not to disturb the disguise per se, but just kind of what information you would have got. So I think what you would have gotten is that any items that are picked up that are turned into Records Guild owned kind of thing, or in their not necessarily owned, but it's their items to study. Anything that comes out of Sydund is shipped to East. Easton is the home base of where most of that stuff is studied. It's not really done in Sydund. Hopefully at some point soon it will be. But it all depends on what's found. I think you'd be aware near the when you take this journey about the burial mounds that were found. You do know it's kind of hectic out here. Sandstorms separates parties. Undead is an issue that you'd be aware of. But Camp Clattern is definitely turning up quite a bit of artifacts that are all shipping to Easton to be at least once, one or two a 10-day are
that's a lot.
kind of realized their historical value and are sent to East.
Makes sense. I think one.
You'd be aware
Wednesday...
that just general conversation, casual conversation.
Yeah.
And maybe even with other members of the Records Guild that you might talk to. There's been a lot of talk as of late about the Bearded Jungle and what could be out there. Nothing has been explored. Like they're kind of familiar with some of the bodies of water that are out there, like small lakes, but you know, and there is like a settlement of elves that are native out there, but like deep in the jungle, it is super unknown what's going on. But you would be aware of the reports based on you being a member of the Adventurers Guild of a group that explored Storm Island, which is down to the south, and that there is a bit of wackiness happening, and if it's happening in Storm Island, most likely there's more of that in the Bearded Jungle. And it's like next target for the Records Guild. Like once they have enough people in Sydund and the desert, like they want to send people to the Bearded
Jungle. Okay. Okay. The ship travel. How many days would that take? About.
I think we determined about 6.
6. Okay, that leaves about 18 days left. Okay, so once there, I take about 4 days in disguise. Feel around, speak to people, see what I can get. And then Peely would disappear after that, and Skilly would show up. And I'll be Skilly the whole time after that.
Dang it, I wanted to talk to Peely. I wanted to ask him why he had moss on his head.
Oh, you'll meet him eventually. And it's dried moss, not normal, dried. It's dead.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then we will fast forward and get out of downtime territory.
Yeah.
And it is the morning of. Let me pull up the calendar. Oh, it is the morning of the 27th day of Alaint, September territory. And everyone who traveled in could stay at the Adventurers Guild. And they've got kind of like a little hotel in the top section. But you guys would come down for your assignment, and that's kind of like a daily occurrance for anyone who's been here. Is like, is there anything to do? No, okay, I'll go about my business. But today is the day that they are ready to send you guys go back to the burial mounds to investigate. So you guys are aware of your thing, and you are told to meet at the lighthouse so that you can be transported there. So I'd imagine that Svamp, Moira, and Altath, you guys are aware of each other. You would meet there first.
Buddies.
And
Let's go.
yeah, as you guys are standing around, you see a Triton, a turtle walk up. And the captain is there as well. Hello, everyone. By the way, the captain is a dragonborn. And yeah, she seems on the really younger side, but youngish for a dragonborn. But she definitely has like a stern like tone to her. All right, well, we have renegotiated everything with the Records Guild. We're ready to send you out back to the burial mounds. You guys had an opportunity to pick up everything that you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good to go.
All right. Svamp, Moira, and Altath. We're gonna send you guys out because you have some experience out there with you. We're gonna send Zilis. She points to you, but you see like a Triton standing there. And Zilis comes from the Whitmore region, and then Skilly. And she points to the turtle from Overstad. Real brief, the details that you've received before is with the proper tools, you should be able to get into these runes. But be careful with how you do it. We don't bust down the walls. We want to protect. We want to protect these ruins so the Records Guild can get in unobscured. But as some of you experienced before, there is an undead issue, so just be mindful. Don't disturb something that doesn't require it.
Yeah, it hurts a lot.
Careful with what you find. I'm sure some of it is fragile. Who knows how long it's been out there.
All right. I think I can.
I'll leave you be. You guys converse and get on to business.
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain.
Walks away. The five of you standing there.
Also, don't challenge the monk to arm wrestling. It will not go well. He looks like you'd beat him. You won't.
How would you know that?
Right.
We've never met.
You two have never met. I know these idiots.
No, but you say monk. I'm a monk.
Yeah, omelet's a. Sorry, not omelet.
Who are you calling eggs?
The other monk. Wait, there's two monks now? I can't handle.
About to start a monastery.
Do it!
Don't.
Yeah.
Skilly could probably beat us with the arm wrestling competition too. Let's look at him. Like, come on. Actually, let's do Altath versus Skilly. Come on.
Oh boy.
Monk v monk.
Can we do
you
that
do
at
see,
the burial mounds or
No, that's how you started when you met Altath. Come on.
Did I do that before or after the
You're
lighthouse?
trying to pick the man up.
I know,
at the
but was that
lighthouse.
before or after the lighthouse?
No,
At
it was at the initial teleportation place.
See?
Yeah. See?
Do
Let's
it.
get there. Let's go to the teleportation place. Oh Lord.
Yes, you guys are standing in front of the lighthouse, so you just have to enter through the doors to get there. You enter into the teleportation circle, and you guys are transported.
Mr. DM, may I interrupt
yes.
you to ask if we can roll some d6s right quick?
Oh.
I want to know if the gods hate us.
You won't do arm wrestling, but just D6.
I really want to
please.
go.
I want to arm wrestle the
no,
gods right quick.
I was actually waiting until you guys got here onto this map. So yeah, a brief description of the room that you guys are in. Hopefully I corrected some lighting. I made some adjustments to this map. But yeah, you guys are in this room. Torch sconces are on these two corners, and they magical. They're like those ever lasting light things. But yes, a small hexagonal room. And yeah, you guys walk off the teleportation circle. You've got doors to the left and right. Seems like small chambers with stone sarcophaguses. And then doors to the south. But at this point, yes, please, everyone roll me. Not Moira. Moira didn't ask it, I asked. Everyone roll me d6.
That's weird that you can impersonate me.
Terrifying.
Oh, that's great for all kinds
no.
of secrets. Oh
Alright,
no,
so what-
Zilis!
Oh no!
No,
Yeah,
Zilis is the
D6s.
only one that matters.
D6s.
Wait,
we're
what did I
looking. This is a. Is
Oh,
someone
I'm sorry.
looking
No,
out
not
for
Zilis. Moira. Moira is the only one that matters. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the D6s are a fate type die. Is someone looking out for you type of thing. So looking for two numbers,
They're
ones and
not.
sixes. So 6.
I'm
A
spooked,
6.
guys.
Yeah, a 6 would mean someone good is looking out for you.
Like I got last
something
week.
beneficial. Yeah, something beneficial might come. Ones are the opposites. One means worst case scenario, could and probably will happen.
Oh. Moira.
Something like that. Oh,
Her
but Moira,
past
you
It's
breaking out
okay.
potions.
is oof.
Okay, another thing I
Um,
forgot to do the proper introduction, sorry. You guys, when seeing Skilly, he's blue-greenish, and then swampish green. He only has pants on, and a bow staff. That's it. Nothing else.
What kind of
Oh.
pants? What kind of pants?
Just loose-fitting, what's the word for it?
I would imagine a
Trousers.
turtle has a hard time finding clothes. So that
Yeah,
seems
well-
correct.
Well, how can I? what's the right- I'm trying to think of the right word for it. Like cargo
Baggy,
pants,
maybe?
just under the knee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But is
But
it
wait-
like basic, normal,
It's just basic,
commoner clothes?
loose-fitting.
It's like the
nothing
whole-
special about it. It's just
Okay.
it's
Okay.
functional. It works for him.
Yes.
Okay.
He's laid back. When he greets, he lifts his hand very lazily. Hi. Like
Oh.
if Shaggy was a Ninja Turtle.
Okay, I like that. That's great.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Also, I just want to verify. I made my Necklace of Storms go back up to 6 actions. They were at half after last time.
Yes, that's fine. And Zilis is a Triton. So, creature that I would imagine
Fish person.
most of you have probably never interacted with.
Oh.
Especially if you're natives.
Not at
Well, no,
all.
if you're natives, you might have interacted with them, but if they like some of the noobs, settlers.
I think I might have seen one once and been like, that's weird.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, can we please do an arm wrestling competition?
Yes, please.
Let's go around to what's important.
Monk
here.
v monk.
I'm gonna root for the person that kicked my
Strength on
ass.
strength, or
I root for Turtle.
Of course you.
Yeah, I'm going with the turtle.
Athletics versus athletics, if this is what we're doing.
okay.
Skilly,
Skilly.
Skilly, Skilly.
Gilly got the
Yeah.
yeah. It just it's maybe just
Barely,
first
that
time
was
like attempting
Tough
this
one.
with a turtle. Couldn't quite figure out like what the
How do you-
best
how do you-
way to
How
handle
do you
it.
bend
but,
their wrist back, you know? How?
Yeah,
It's-
you almost you almost were in a position to win, but again it's just different handling.
My ego's a little
Sorry.
hurt.
2 out of 3.
Yeah,
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
He gets, like,
Okay,
first
okay,
and
I
best
want
in
to take
arm
on the
wrestling.
turtle. That didn't seem all that strong to me. I want to take on the turtle.
Oh no.
I want to take on
Last
the
time you
turtle.
wanted to take on anyone, you got knocked out.
Yeah, that was yesterday. No, a week
A week
ago.
ago.
That was a week ago. I don't know what
Different
time is.
today.
It
Well,
is.
if you wanna go,
Wanna go? I'll do it. Wah.
Oh my.
Wah.
Oh.
I redeemed myself.
Skilly, different power, but also kind of like, different handling. But yes,
really
trying to do
long
that back
arcs.
to back didn't work out.
They got lucky.
It's like rock,
after his
paper,
hand hits her-
scissors. They all have their own, positives and negatives,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragonborn beats Firebolt, but
So if I reverse engineer this, I have redeemed myself and beaten Altath, right?
No,
I don't
it's
think that's
rock,
how that
paper,
Because I've beaten
scissors.
Skilly and Skilly beat Altath, so
You're
now
rock,
I've beaten
paper,
Altath,
scissors.
so we're tied.
You want to get thrown into the sand again?
No!
Bitter.
I'll call my camel.
While they're arguing, I'm gonna go look inside these things for any bases.
After losing, Skilly will just look like he's very high and be like, all right. Nice.
Just chill. Like, it's fine.
He doesn't have a care in the world. It's before afternoon. He doesn't wake up properly until 12.
That's pretty cool.
So, I will. We're gonna say that you guys have unlocking mechanism of some kind for the doors to the south. Otherwise, this mound is kind of under the ownership of the Records Guild now. So that means that they do lock the doors. So doors are automatically locked at night to ensure that nothing can come in. When teleportation happens from an adventuring party that goes out, the doors automatically close. So there should be nothing that changes inside.
I like how when I zoom out, I can still see blood on the map from the last time we were here.
Correct. I did not move.
Yeah. Hey,
But
Skilly,
okay, I
you
did
want a mushroom?
alter the map a little bit. So if you guys move off to the left, we have a mound, the first mound, as well as the one right above that is the mound that you guys had explored.
An issue with?
Well, one we also explored, me and Draco.
I do also
there
have
is
a
some-
sledgehammer and stuff now, so we can break into that one.
Yeah, there is some lighting here, and I thought I had corrected it, but maybe I didn't. So yeah, that's why things are being unveiled as you guys walk. But yes, there is a mound right to your right. So this mound that's right in front of you is the one that you guys had not opened. You're aware of where the door is, which is right
here.
Let's get it open this time.
So, okay, just to preface this, or remind you guys, we're going normal dungeon exploring pacing. So that means 10 minutes per room, kind of thing. So if it's only one room, you guys are only spending, you're spending at least 10 minutes in there, kind of thing, as far as time periods go. I would say you guys are getting out here at about 9 o'clock in the morning. But you do have the tools, as far as I'm aware, sledgehammers, picks that you guys were able to pick up. But it does take about 20 minutes to get through. So
Also,
the first thing I'm
sorry,
the first thing I'm
I
gonna
have a
ask,
crowbar. If that needs to be reused.
in this case, no, because it is just sealed. So it is stone with mortar, kind of sealed.
Not mud.
These mounds are sand covered. So a lot of it is you've got to kind of search around, kind of get under some of the sand to see if you can locate a structure, and then from there locate where a structure entrance would be. But we are in the middle of the desert. But in this particular case, you guys are aware of where this structure is. But okay, it takes you about 20 minutes, but we'll say you are
Get it.
up. Now, dark vision is important here. So
Yeah,
Altath,
who has it?
Altath, you do not have dark vision.
I do not.
I believe everyone else does have dark vision.
I think I have a
Like,
torch.
hold on to someone.
I have a torch.
I take that back. Skilly does not have dark vision.
I have
No.
10 torches.
I also have a daylight spell, but
I also
it
believe
is
that
a
I have a
third level
torch.
spell. So
And isn't it like a
Torches are
one-time
fine,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah, I got, like,
torches are
torches.
fine and, torches last an hour. So if you guys would like to light a torch, that's totally fine. Let me know.
Light it up. Sorry, I'm talking for them. My bad.
Altath, did you want to light a torch?
Yeah, I can light one.
hey, Skilly, you want a
Yeah.
mushroom?
My Svamp. We're working.
Hey,
We're working.
What mushroom is it?
Don't.
The good kind or the best kind?
Oh,
Is
we
it
can't
possible
do
for
the
me to
best
hold the
kind because,
torch?
like Moira said, we're
Yes.
working right now. But
we're
I got,
working.
I got lots of mushrooms, dude. Look at me. Got lots of mushrooms.
Mushrooms are good.
Yeah.
I'm making sure the other two have torches going on while Swamp is
Yes.
trying to feed
So
the turtle.
I don't think you're seeing it. But Altath is okay.
Here. Have
Altath
them,
has
Laurel.
a torch
There you
out,
go.
so Altath, you can see it now. Altath.
Yep.
But yes, anyone who is standing in front of the door and can actually see this on the map, there is a small entranceway, and it seems like there's a door that, like a doorway. The door is open though. And inside is a stone sarcophagus. That's what you see in the immediate 30 feet. Looks
Just
like
don't
maybe it
open the
opens up to over there.
sarcophagus.
Yeah, bad things happen when you open them, actually.
Can't be all bad.
I mean, typically I would. Don't those things hold like dead bodies? I'm not sure why you'd want to open that.
Sometimes there's scientific purposes.
Is that what you did last time? It was for scientific purposes, huh?
Yeah, I'd say.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh, what is this?
What the?
Well, I
don't know.
clicked.
You made everything green.
It's poison! We're gonna die! Sorry. What? I just had a mini, hallucination. It's the heat. I'm sorry.
He summoned tornado weather.
Oh no.
The sky is green. Stop it. Anything good in here, or just a death box?
Do you see any vases?
No.
I like vases.
I guess I'll just stay at the
Yeah,
entrance.
you guys get in. Look around again. You guys are gonna spend about 10 minutes in here. But the
Okay, the door closed because I can't get in.
you just click it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Poor turtle and
But yeah,
Don't have
just
opposable
just
thumbs.
moving around, looking around at everything. Yeah, there's some dust on the ground. You're not noticing any obvious tracks. Nothing decorative around the outside. It's just the singular stone sarcophagus in the center. What
Trying
is
to understand why you opened it.
Yeah, what's the intention here as you guys are in here? So Moira, first, you're looking for vases.
Yep. Anything that I know has coins in it from the last one that I was, well, the first one I was in with Draco.
Okay, so you're looking for physical objects around the room. Svamp, what's your intentions here?
See, I would love to use my gentle repose, but I have to touch the thing. I have to touch it, and to touch it, I'd have to open the box, and I don't want to open the box.
What's in the box?
I don't want to open the box. Because I think it would be too late. I don't think I can open the box and touch it quick enough to use gentle repose.
You could have the monks open it, and then you just shove your hand in.
Yeah.
PTSD.
I don't know if we want to engage in this kind of science. This kind of science hurt a lot last time.
It's just one guy,
telling-
right? And
you're
your
telling
gentle
me.
repose will knock it out for at least 10 days. We still got 3 days on that other body.
All right, Moira says yes. What do y'all say?
Listen, this
Go for it.
place was hard to get into, and I think there might be something valuable. I mean, why else would it be hard to get into?
Man after my own heart over there.
All right, the monk that got absolutely destroyed says yes. So
I'll
that's
just hide
that's
behind
2.
someone else.
There you go.
You can hide behind me, don't worry, I got you.
Thank you.
All right.
I mean, I'm seeing very contradictory messages. Like you're saying we shouldn't open it, but then you want to open it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices in the name of science.
All right. Let's.
So I mean, you
Let's-
guys are the ones who did it last, so
Let's.
Just see if
If you
Tortle will
wanna do
help
it.
Altath open it.
Strong boys, open
you
box. I use gentle repose.
Yeah. I'll keep
Yeah.
Zilis back.
All right.
Alright. Wait, why are you keeping me back?
Because you seem scared.
I'm cautious.
Sure, last time I was here, bro, I got this. I'm
He's heard the horror
squishy, but
stories.
I pack a punch.
All right.
Svamp, can you put gentle repose in the chat? You don't have to use
Yes.
the spell slot.
Yeah.
But
Yep. Got it.
I just wanna read it, and then okay. So it sounds like we're gonna open the box, and then
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
very quickly put copper
very
pieces on
quickly.
places.
So gentle repose. You touch a corpse or other remains for the duration. The target is protected from decay and can't be. So your hope here is that it is just a corpse as you open it up.
Yep.
Now,
That doesn't sound good.
It doesn't. That's why I was like, I don't know.
He hopes it's
What
just
do
a
you mean
corpse.
the hope?
Altath,
Of course it is.
Svamp, and Moira, you were in the room the last time a casket was opened, and you would be aware that what you're hoping to do would require a moment or two to enact. So that, you open up the casket and it's just a body, and then the body activates to undead after that.
Actually, I
that
have a
was not
theory.
that was not the experience that you had before.
Yeah, the light hit
Open
it.
up the casket,
Let's shut the door.
instantaneous.
Oh, instantaneous. I was about to say, was it the light? So I
No, it
locked
wasn't.
Zilis out.
No, because we
It
talked
could-
about it
could
after
have
the
been the
fact,
light.
and we were informed.
That's
that
what I'm
no, it
saying.
wasn't the
Let's
light.
experiment. We'll shut the door and see if it is the light.
No, the DM told us it wasn't the light.
Yeah, where it was positioned, light wouldn't have been necessarily an issue, because it was around the corner, right? However, Altath is holding a torch.
You didn't count that as. I thought it meant like sun.
Well, sure. If you're talking about sunlight, then sunlight didn't affect the other one, because again, you were in the room, and the sunlight wouldn't have reached that corner.
I'm also assuming that this is like the sarcophaguses that we found earlier, where it's just a plate that's stacked on top of the casket, and we can just kind of push it off, right? The lid.
That's what it seems like. As you're again
Okay.
spending a few minutes in here, kind of examining it, it looks like it's set up pretty much the same.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a plate that's on top that's just slid off.
Any interesting engravings on the side that we could report back to the Records Guild?
Roll me perception. And it's very dusty in here. But besides the dust, seems like this room is pretty much went untouched for. There are some markings along this particular casket.
Can I interpret them?
Altath, you're the one looking at them.
Yep.
Yeah, Altath, you're the one that read. Altath, you do recognize this. It's written in Draconic.
Ooh.
And it says... May your next life treat your gold and jade same experienced in this life.
So guys, if we weren't already getting red flags from opening up caskets, there's actually Draconic script over here on the side of this. And the last thing we want to be dealing with is a potential dragon-born zombie. Or anything to do with dragons, to be completely honest.
Hey.
Dragons are kind of cool.
Very scary, but yes, cool.
Could I gauge how heavy the lid would be?
Pushable. With enough people helping, you could definitely take the lid off.
Would we be
Based
able to
on
pick it up
reports,
straight up?
yes, pick it up straight up. But
Okay,
I think it's more of a
so-
strategy thing and a discussion thing, right? I think
Yeah.
while a lot of it has been unsaid, I think there would be conversation explaining what took place last time. So what took place last time is Altath, with all of his might, pushed off one of the lids
It's right.
of a sarcophagus, and an undead came out of it. So yes, you could pick up with two people at least, picking it up straight up. Would you want to, based on that knowledge? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe undead will
While
just
Skilly
sit
is
straight
looking
up.
like an idiot, Peely is in the inside making a lot of mental notes. Considering the
I've
information
got
he's
my
got,
coins in my hand.
considering the information he got, he'd probably say, let's pick it up. If it comes back to life and tries to climb out, just drop the lid on it.
I mean,
Fascinating.
fair.
it'll still jump out. It's pretty strong usually.
It can
I
do
mean-
damage and keep it pinned for a moment.
We
You
can
get the
try.
turtle to sit on it.
Yeah.
Give us time to back out at the very least, and
Zilis,
Yeah,
you're already
yeah.
half out.
I mean, just like brace ourselves and get ready, pull our weapons out and
cautious.
everything.
Thing. Usually when these things are like emerging, I don't want them to come out of the catacomb because I'm worried they're going to activate the rest of the catacombs. So like I generally want to bury them in here. But we can't do that because that might break things or whatever. I don't want them to see the light of day because I'm worried that we might wake up all of the burial mounds and then we have 50 of these to deal with.
True.
Which would
It's
be
just a hunch I have. It's a gut feeling.
I'm
can't
good with
explain
your
it.
gut. This is me without mushroom in me too, which is rare, but I'm good with your gut.
I think we do try to at least move it slightly. Maybe not to where the zombie can like jump out, but enough.
I got my
where-
salt. I got my coins. I'm willing to give it a go,
I was gonna say,
but
where,
I'm scared. That's my 2 cents. My 2 copper
Swamp,
cents.
as long as you can grab onto it fast enough, we'll be okay.
So as long as I can place my copper pieces on its eyes really quickly. Yeah.
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 I hope you've been like
Salt.
practicing.
I got big, bulky, clumsy sausage finger furball cans. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Alright,
I
Alright.
feel
boys
like I
ready
need to
to-
interject. I need to interject with 1 point.
Okay.
And that point is, you guys are members of the Adventurers Guild. And your
Mhm.
job is to clear this place so that the Records Guild can send people in.
Okay.
So, yes,
Let's do it!
in meta D&D terms, opening up random sarcophagus, probably not good. But in your role in this society, it would probably be better for you to do it than an
Records
random
Guild.
NPC archaeologist do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna die, man.
But
I
are they
wanna
really
know
gonna open up
more-
the sarcophagus?
I want to know more undead stuff just as a character. Like I want to know more things.
Swamp swapping.
And
While we're getting ready, before we open it, Moira, do you have like a sword or like a dagger or anything?
I have a dagger. Why?
Just in case we can't get it done in time, if you could go around the casket to kind of get an initial headshot in, that would be marvelous, actually.
You think I'm good at the dagger? I mean, I'd be better
want
with
me
a
to do
spell. Yeah, let's have Zilis do that. I'm better with a spell. If he moves, I can shoot him.
Okay, that works.
All right. I'll go up here. I'll pull
Alright.
out my dagger.
I'm ready.
So,
This is gonna hopefully do a one shot if he does wake up.
It's gonna be another mini
So
boss.
again, based on experiences before, that as soon as you opened it up last time, that is when the undead came out. Either that triggered it, the undead process, or it had been undead, and you just released it, and then it came out. There was no time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just based on that experience so far, I wouldn't suggest Svamp you hold Gentle Repose because you might be wasting his spells. Again, just based on your experience before.
I mean, just
It's your
don't use
call.
it right now. But like, as soon as they open it, we'll figure out what happens, and then you can determine your move.
Okay.
I'm just thinking what your character would think logically.
If it's
You might have an
inactive,
instantaneous chance to do it. That'd be up to you to prepare it and try to apply it before an attack. But that's up to you to think about. In
Well,
the
if I-
meantime,
Don't prepare it. Would I still have time to do it?
well, it would be within an action.
Okay.
So right now, the way it's being lined up, based on what you guys are saying, it sounds like Skilly and Altath, you're gonna lift the lid together. Aura's gonna potentially get a headshot in there with the dagger.
Zilis.
I think
Zilis.
Zilis is gonna.
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
And
sorry.
if there is movement that would suggest there's undead, Skilly and Altath are gonna slam the casket head back down onto it
As it tries to climb out. Do some damage.
as it tries to climb out. Okay.
Yeah.
These are all mechanically like surprise round actions. This is what's gonna happen. You guys are gonna lift the lid, and if it moves, you're gonna drop it onto it. Zilis, as soon as it's open, you're gonna take a headshot. I don't know if there's a trigger for that. If it moves, you're gonna do it, or if you're just gonna do it out of habit. You're just gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, if anything moves, I'm if anything comes out of it or anything inside moves, I'm gonna stab it.
Okay. And Svamp, as soon as it's lifted up, you're acting with gentle repose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We
Moira,
got
is there
this,
anything
guys.
you're gonna-
Potentially.
Is there anything you're gonna do?
I can't prepare any
it's
spells
either,
really,
it's
but
either yes, you're doing it, or no, because basically we're readying that action.
Yeah,
readying that
let's do
action.
it. Yeah.
It's based on that time.
I
Yep.
can't really ready an action with all my spells. But if anything, and it seems too dangerous, I can do a levitate on him.
Roll him against the ceiling.
Yep.
Fly to Sydund.
Yep.
This undead person just woken up being like, I'm floating.
And he's just on. Everyone's gotta hit him from there. It's like a pinata. It'll be a pinata.
It's just a zombie
Sit in the
pinata.
skull, be
Good.
like, am I in heaven?
Okay. With that, let's go ahead and take a 5-minute. We'll come back to see.
Pinata.
Good.
You just don't want to take a bite of what's inside.
Oh, lordy.
Zilis is scared. He's doing this for Zilis.
I have been traumatized recently, so I'm being a bit cautious.
Please tell us about your trauma while we discuss. Let's just pretend like we're discussing. Tell me about you, Zilis.
You know, a few days ago, I was looking for a meteor, and there's big red monster guy, which I wasn't prepared for, and he hit hard. He hit really hard.
Did he almost kill you?
Yes.
Ooh, that's not fun.
And also a few other guys, and then one of the guys I was working with happened to be some shifter guy.
Interesting.
Which was not cool.
We once looked at a meteor, but it never was that insane.
Really?
Yeah, it really didn't have much. It just led us somewhere. I mean, who knows? Maybe we were too late for whatever was there.
I don't know whether to feel lucky or unfortunate.
I don't know. Maybe you just have better timing than us. But this was like a year ago, though.
No.
But still,
Yeah.
that many meteors so close together, it feels like they're increasing in frequency around here.
I mean, that would be terrifying if more of those guys came.
Right?
Because
Still
like,
so strange.
imagine it hit there was a big crater. There's
Mm-hmm.
also like purple smoke or magic.
Yeah.
in the air
We
or
had purple
something.
smoke on ours, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what would happen if that hit like a town or something?
I know, it'd be so bad.
And like, they're in a normal town. There's not always people around to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone the fact that if it hits a town, there might not be much of a town left after that impact.
Yup.
Because that was a huge crater.
Portal, have you seen any meteors?
Well, hold on. Why is this happening during the break and not during the
don't know.
initial discussion?
I'm just talking to him about his trauma.
Because this is all perfect stuff to actually cover. So
I thought it was just his
one,
background. I had no idea it was going to be anything important.
So one thing you would know, and for those listening live, this will be repositioned somehow in the podcast version. But
Lucky podcaster.
Moira and Svamp, you guys would hear his description of the big red guy,
Yeah.
and you.
Hi,
did
hold on.
ex-
We were on a break. I left. What? Why
I know,
is my name?
I know, but
I
they
went to go get
they were role
crackers.
playing
What?
the entire time of like
What?
perfect things.
I thought he was just telling me his background, not that it was important to story.
Stop it!
So
I went to go
yeah,
pee.
Moira and Svamp, listening to his description, of the big red guy, you did experience that, but it didn't seem as harsh, the one you fought against. Yeah. But when you would describe that, Zilis, you would be aware that Luftcrofter had made the statement as part of his vision was that the one that was here before was younger and weaker. One you faced was much.
Oh.
And shit, there was another point. There was a statement that it was a year ago. And I just want to clarify that that is in real lifetime, it was a year ago.
Yeah. I don't know the game time.
In timeline, it was a month ago.
Cool.
Yes, your statement that seems to be happening frequently, that is the case. That is what Lovecrofter had said as well. Shooting stars is something that you see all the time, but for them to actually land and there to be an effect of that is definitely cause for concern.
Especially these big red guys, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be bad.
It feel bad. It do be feeling bad. Especially if they're getting stronger. That's weird. This is weird, man. Like, what's happening to this continent? It's not like when I was young.
Training. They're all training very hard.
They're training on asteroids and meteors? What?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, Turtle.
I mean,
Hey, I was given a mushroom. Who's to say I haven't eaten it yet?
Mushroom, did you get him?
I gave him a moral. It's got nothing fancy going on. It's just a regular edible
how do you know it
mushroom
doesn't
that you
affect
find in the
turtles
forest.
differently?
Yeah, what if it does affect? He's got a point.
And
Yeah,
you don't know
okay.
what mushrooms I have on me, so...
You have
That's fair.
mushrooms?
That I don't know. That
Like I said, my Skilly is if Shaggy from Scooby-Doo
We have
was a
so
Ninja
many
Turtle.
mushrooms.
So
I might
Shaggy
be
is
interested.
always high.
Mushrooms, you say?
No.
Sorry, but Shaggy in Scooby-Doo is always high. I can guarantee that. That's the only reason he acts like that way. And he always has munchies, so...
No, this is true. This is true. But still, the fact that we have two people with mushrooms here is a little interesting.
Some mushroom competition.
For real.
I mean, he only technically wakes up at around 12 o'clock, so... Midday is still a bit away.
Svamp, you're gonna have to give him that strong one you gave me that one night. See how he handles it. After this job, of course.
listen, I had known you for several a week when we went on that adventure
was 4
together.
weeks!
I met this turtle today.
Actually, like 3 weeks. It was just a week
Yeah.
ago. It was only 3 weeks. Come
I met
on.
this turtle today. That's a difference.
Come on.
No, I don't trust this man. I don't trust this man. You and I fought a chair, and you went sitting to the floorboards. This man might take down the whole tavern. I don't know.
Then
I don't know this man.
Just do it out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, you're not wrong on that one. You're definitely not wrong on that one.
I don't know what to take out of that.
We fought a chair.
There you go.
Okay, look, her mushrooms are special, okay? That's all you need to know. Don't eat them unless you're prepared. Like, she turned into a crab and hid in a hole, okay?
They're like mind control mushrooms.
No, they're just fun, I guess. And then
Very
Shinichi,
magic.
you'll meet Shinichi. They're amazing. They're amazing. But they
love
were
Shinichi.
flying and singing and great.
I've also seen her turn into a boar, so
Yeah.
mushrooms are a little interesting, to say the least.
So the
She's just
transformation
all around.
mushrooms.
basically.
Okay.
Alright.
I mean,
We ready? Started?
Never
Yeah,
expected to work with
let's-
people who talk about mushrooms so much, but yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So, we'll go in general order. So, Skilly, Altath, you guys you work together, raise up the lid of the sarcophagus. Just for entertainment value, can you both roll athletics checks for me?
Entertainment value.
Let me get a
16,
nat
20.
1.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
that's better than last
Hey!
time.
Our strong boy.
You guys are gonna lift up the lid, no problem. Definitely easier, Altath. Two of you doing it. As you lift it up, how high were you lifting it up?
Uh-oh.
High enough to gain access, get in, get out.
Correct, but
Like a
are
foot or
you
Give that a
lifting it
number.
up so that you can visually see?
Yeah, are we like shoulder pressing this or?
I think we just need to lift it up so that the others can see.
Okay,
And
And
depending
Svamp can
on
get
how
his
they
hand in.
react, we drop it or not.
wonderful. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys pick it up. Zilis and Svamp, roll me perception.
Oh gosh.
Great.
Oh no.
Perceive well.
7.
Oh no.
12.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just so that my party doesn't get killed immediately, can I get my DM inspiration right quick?
So we're gonna make an alteration to DM inspiration.
Like it.
So instead, before asking for that, you guys have group assistance. So each of you can give another advantage with group assistance.
Uh-oh.
So would anyone like to give Svamp group assistance?
Mm,
I mean, I can't give that, can I?
Everyone
What?
can give
oh,
group
I
assistance to another.
oh.
All right, so I guess I'll
That-
do that then.
Also,
So
Bard is deafened.
unfortunately, Discord cut me out, and I heard so instead, and then nothing else after that.
Yes, okay.
So please repeat. I'm so sorry.
We're gonna make a change to DM inspiration, but I haven't fully wrapped my head around it. But I don't want you to depend on that. You've got another thing here that you can depend on, that is you guys working together. And
Right,
so
we do have that also.
group assistance. So
Mhm.
but it sounded like I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at the screen. But I think it was Altath. Or it might have been Zilis.
I was offering.
Yeah.
Zilis. Zilis is offering group assistance, which means it gives you advantage. So yes, you can re-roll with that.
Percept.
That's once
No!
a day. So that's a 10.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
worse.
All right. So we got
No.
a 7 and a 12. We'll
There's
we'll
sand
keep the
in my
12.
eye. I'm so sorry.
And all right, you guys are tense, and you're looking at this as, you know, it is most likely that something's going to pop up. But if something doesn't pop up, then you know, you might be in the clear. Svamp, what you're gonna see, and this is all happening at the same time, but as that lid is lifted, Svamp, you're gonna see no motion whatsoever. Zilis, you're gonna see a little bit of motion near the head. The head is gonna kind of like start to like tilt a little bit.
And I stab it.
You stab it. Svamp, you didn't notice any motion from the spot that you were looking at. You're gonna go ahead and put gentle repose on.
Yeah. If they're seeing, if I don't see movement, then yeah.
You
Unless
don't see
they
movement.
say,
You
unless
don't see
they
movement
say
of where
out
you're looking.
loud.
Yeah, you don't see
Okay.
movement. But as you reach down to cast that spell,
Oh no.
you're gonna be.
Oh,
It's
but
gonna be
click.
very obvious that Zilis is stabbing.
Can I stop it, or is it too late? Do I cast it? Do I click?
You can't end the spell halfway through it.
Oh!
So you're
Get
gonna
it!
cast it. You're gonna use that spell slot. Zilis, go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. I can't hit none. Okay.
Oh! Also, the bard is
Wait,
muted.
do I have advantage?
You have advantage because it's prone. Yes.
Okay. So I
20.
roll again.
Oh!
Okay.
There we go.
20 connects.
Nice.
Damage. There we go.
Tiny dagger.
3 piercing.
All right.
All
Great.
right. Now, Zilis has seen movement, has stabbed. Zilis, are you saying anything as you're stabbing or after you have done the stabbing?
Yeah, we'll say it's alive.
So
It's
with
alive.
that alert, Skilly and Altath, you're dropping it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming their hands are out.
No hand is out.
Don't drop it yet!
I'm assuming Zilis and Swamp's hands are out.
Oh
of the
yes, their
socket.
hands are out. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes.
I don't want to trap the wrong person inside.
Not
Yeah,
my
adds to
sweet
the fun.
hands.
All right,
But yeah.
you drop it, and you drop it in such a way that the lid basically goes back closed.
All right, so that's clearly alive down there. So, are we gonna prepare for it to come out or something?
It's probably gonna get out, yeah.
I think there would be some argument here between Svamp and Zilis of whether or not it was a moving.
Yeah, because if it
I saw its head move. That's why I went for the stab.
I saw nothing.
well, that's helpful.
No, well, we were busy, so we.
I'm glad
couldn't
I'm
see
helpful.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be easy to tell. Is it gonna start banging on this thing?
That's true. I guess we could just wait and find out. That'll prove it, huh?
Maybe we could back up and get out of initial like close range.
Yeah, you're scared, Altath.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm bringing some bad memories.
Yeah.
I'm
Prepare
staying
for
in
some-
spot. If it gets out, I'm whacking it.
You are brave.
I am
I'm a
scared.
monk. You should see what I could do.
So is Altath!
Yeah, Altath got real beat up. so-
Real!
He hasn't had the amount of the amount of character development trauma that I have.
You know, there's a reason I chose a turtle for this.
Yeah, turtles can get real beat on, but
17
They get
AC
gentle
off the
rippos?
bat.
I the only way to know is to look again.
Yeah.
You wanna bang on the
Yeah,
Knock,
should we
knock.
knock and see if
Kinda
anyone's
knock on
home?
it.
Yeah.
see if it knocks 3 times or something?
Hello?
Hello?
Jehovah's Witness calling. Anyone here?
I feel like there'd be a different name for that here, but yes!
I'm gonna slam my fist against the lid 3 times. You gonna talk or you wanna fight?
Are you the bad cop?
Apparently, you're the good cop
Hannah.
swap.
I'm technically the high cop.
Oh, okay.
The
Do we
Good
perceive
cop from a certain point of
anything?
view.
we just
You knock on the casket, which is stone.
Oh,
by the way,
no.
just a reminder. But
Yeah.
you get no response.
Hmm.
That sigh is worrying though.
What you doing?
I mean
Beard
could
tends
crack
to
it open.
sigh at our stupidity quite frequently.
See. we at least want to make sure for the Records Guild, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want the Records Guild to come in here and then Oogie Boogie comes after them.
Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, what would you call him? Frank?
Yes.
Yes. It's now Frank. Hey, Frank!
Alright.
We're gonna open it up, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so are
let's
we
see
gonna
if
open it up
Frank's-
and kill Frank, or what? Like,
Go, Frank!
I
Well,
prefer- I prefer
let's
put him
see
out of
if
his
Frank is
misery.
alive before we kill him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Frank was alive when you killed him the first time.
I don't think he killed him.
I don't think
Yeah.
I killed him.
Mm,
Well, technically, he was alive when
did-
he got killed the first time.
Oh my god.
True. I mean, he's already
How many
Yeah.
times
Just
has
open the
Frank been
thing!
dead? And
I
is
don't
Frank
think he
alive
was-
now?
I don't think I unalived the undead. So
Necromancy is confusing. All right, let's see what Frank's up to.
Hey, Frank.
alright.
Beard, I'm so sorry. We've named your undead.
That's fine. Hey, that's okay. I can write that down.
We've humanized him. We've humanized him, and now he will survive.
Yeah, this potentially dragonborn undead is now a human named Frank.
And he'll be our friend.
All right. So you are removing the lid again.
Yeah.
Same process before, or less tense?
No, I think we could just throw it off now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You throw it off,
Yeah.
and
chuck it and get over with.
Yeah, inside there's a dead body. But as you guys lift the lid, again, Zilis, you see the movement again. And Svamp, you now see the same thing. Just there's just a little piece of like the head, hello, kind of thing, that is just kind of like attached to that lid. So as it gets to a certain level, it just kind of like picks up, like it's just kind of stuck there. But then after it gets away a certain point, then it just caused the movement. But it was so light before that Svamp, you didn't see it. But yes, you guys move it to the side, and inside is a skeletal figure. Looks dragonborn-esque. I think Altath, you would recognize the shape the most.
Yep.
It's covered in a black burial shroud. And around its neck is a necklace. Gold.
As a dragonborn, would I be able to find any cultural or historical significance in any of these things?
Well, we haven't really dove that far into your backstory, but I think the general premise that you would be aware of as members of the Adventurers Guild is that all signs point to the previous civilization having dragonborns in higher regard. And but they also coexisted with elves and dwarves, for sure. And I think based on some studies that have happened in Hovstad, Furbolg and Orc are in that grouping as well.
Ooh.
But significance of the gold necklace, no, not necessarily, but it would make sense to you that I mean, from your memory, you are only aware that Dragonborn have lived in the north. Again,
Yeah.
based on the knowledge you've gotten from the Adventurers Guild and the Records Guild, their work, Dragonborn lived all over and had a leadership role of some kind. But I think it'd be significant in that. That's like verification. That's your first opportunity to actually see it in person.
Yeah. This is clearly like a ruler of some sort or some important societal figure.
But yes, wearing a gold necklace. It looks like it has like some kind of like medallion on it. But is anyone in particular like fully investigating the body?
Well, I saw it move, so I'm staying away.
I think you saw it move because there was like a cobweb attaching the head to the.
I know what I saw.
Something had its head attached to the lid. And the last time we were here, the first undead became activated because the lid was removed. But the second undead became activated before the lid was removed. So it's not
True.
because of the lids. Or is it? I'm so confused.
Maybe it's
I'm gonna
like
take
a
the bow
keyword or
staff.
something.
I'm just gonna shove the point into the bones and start scrambling them around.
Don't do that.
Sounds
Hey,
painful.
Frank!
And we
Are we
should
supposed to
bring
like?
back the
uh,
bones.
What about the Records Guild? Okay, like, are we supposed to like, if we find just regularly dead bodies, shouldn't we just like leave it for
They're gonna get killed by
archaeological
it.
purposes?
also, just, don't disturb corpses. It's rude.
You were the one opening the coffin!
Because I wanted to make sure that when the Records Guild shows up, that they're not going to get attacked by an undead.
Well, then we should definitely open it one more time to make sure it's dead.
No, it's
Yeah,
already
and if
open.
the bones are scrambled,
Oh,
it can't wake up and climb out.
true. Yeah. Scramble that.
Oh. Alright, yeah, I'll
Or what?
investigate the body right quick.
Okay, roll me investigation.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's better than the last one. Oh, okay, yeah.
The obvious difference between the two rooms is that this room was fully sealed and the sarcophagus was fully sealed. Other room was broken into and a sarcophagus was broken. So I think you would notice that difference. That maybe it has something to do with not just disturbing the dead, but desecrating. But that's just a standalone like feature, right? There's gotta be something else to it. And you're not really seeing what that other piece is. But looking at the bodies, or the body rather, gold necklace, and as you look at the necklace a bit closely, there is a scarab there at the end. You kind of have to pull a little bit away from the burial shroud, but it looks to have like a jade stone in it. And the left hand is also wearing a ring. The ring visually looks big gold in nature, but the gold necklace is kind of plain, like it's kind of there's a difference between the two. I feel like magic has a bit of energy to it, that those who use magic or are hypersensitive to it be aware. Getting
And I have Furbolg magic anyways,
Yeah.
so
You've
That's
got you're getting a sense that there is something magical about the ring.
okay, in that case, I have, just as a thing that I have, because I'm a furbolg, but I do not have sufficient permission to view the sheet in this form. What does that mean?
Oh.
Give me. I don't need a template. I just want to cast it. I have that. I can figure out what school it is. Eh.
Okay.
And it's innate.
Okay. That does require 10 minutes. I'm sorry, no, it lasts 10 minutes. Yes, you get a sense that it is magic. Confirmed.
What school?
Not necromancy. No, not necromancy.
It is probably, but you know, maybe it isn't. And then
That'd be
what?
weirder almost, I feel like.
I know.
Wow. Like, I love that spell, but I hate that spell in that it's this
It goes
question
always
that
secret?
always this question always baffles me because it's never written down.
Yeah, unfortunately.
As a DM, like they never tell you.
That is a big bummer.
Take a guess.
I would say it is not necromantic.
Oh.
So you're cool there.
Excuse me?
It's not necromantic.
Huh. Interesting.
And abjuration.
Who what now?
Abjuration is the school.
Agree with that.
Abjuration. Oh.
So it's really just those two items. Yeah, Moira, you be aware, just looking around. There's no other loose things around. Seems like it was just this one sarcophagus, and looking inside. Yeah, there's nothing else in particular as far as items inside.
Is it alive? Or not? Is it undead?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah,
Just
you haven't noticed any.
Don't futz with it. Don't steal anything off of it. Leave it alone. It's protected by spells. The kind that'll mess you up, alright? Pretty sure that's what I'm reading. Sure that's what that means? Don't mess with it. It's
So
protected.
We could, we've looked at a lot of stuff in here, and if it's truly just it doesn't want to be disturbed, then we could just inform the Records Guild before they come out here.
Yeah,
Can move on.
also, let's put the thing back on it. Put the lid, put the lid back on the box.
Let's do it quickly before Moira realizes that there's shiny objects in there.
Yeah. Well,
You're
if I
not-
tell
you're
her
not-
the shiny objects will hurt her, she usually doesn't
Shiny?
touch them. No,
You're not
usually if
taking anything that's in there.
not don't take anything off the corpse. No,
Okay.
I will beat
Wait,
you
is
with
there
my...
stuff on the corpse?
No.
No,
No,
Moira.
Definitely not.
I can't
It's
hear you
just
guys.
lame.
You're so far away. Can you talk louder?
There's nothing. It's all lame. It's
Moira?
undead.
No.
That's sad.
not
I was hoping
undead.
for something.
There are
Before
other
we close
burial
it.
mounds. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I know they
Before we
find
close it.
coins and vases, but you know.
Light on.
I'm going to use my bow staff, pick up the head, put it in the
No.
corner, and then
No.
close it. Just in case.
Oh yeah.
Can I say like a
Yes.
peace be with you as we leave?
Oh,
There you go.
right.
I wish the dead piece. That's how they come and murder you.
I'm just giving you a better view, okay?
I've also probably like as we're walking to the next burial mound, I'm like scribbling in my notepad, just walk scribble, just things that I've noted.
You can also
School-
note down the draconic scripts.
Yeah,
for the records guild.
Draconic scripts, School of Abjuration, Gold, Beetle. Yeah. Yeah.
As we're walking past the burial mound that we went through last time, I kind of shudder a little bit.
You okay, bud?
I'll be all right.
You want him shroom?
Good. Thank you though.
Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna start looking around this burial mound to see if I can find a door.
Right.
And I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time, where I take my quarterstaff and I just kind of jab sideways into it as I walk, like every 3 feet or so, just poke sideways.
All right, and I mean, is that something everyone is doing, or is that just? Are you guys?
It would
waiting?
definitely make it faster if we all did it.
I'll copy that
Or if
same
we all
movement
took a
and move
different
around this
mound,
side.
probably.
I got an
I really
idea.
dislike
that
the
can-
idea of splitting completely up.
Mhm.
Oop, oop, where'd I go? I didn't mean to go all the way over there.
I have something I can use. And it will help move sand, I would assume. But it wouldn't, per se, help us get into something. So, I could do that. But I can only use it once. That's the problem.
This is a great descriptor, but what do you actually refer
Gust of wind.
to?
But one of my
Blow the
innate-
sand off.
Oh,
Yes.
that's yeah.
Hey, someone else can do wind other than me. Do it.
It's an 8. So
I have walked around. I think this is Mound 4. I think that's what I saw. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a 4
If you
over
can
here.
see that number, which I hope you can, because that's what I was trying to set up. There isn't.
I can only see it if I'm in the right spot.
Yeah, I figured out some. All right, gust of wind. So gust of wind. Is long 20 feet or 10 feet wide. So
So
it lasts
Yeah.
for a minute, so 10 times you can move it. But it does
right.
go 60 feet, which realistically would definitely affect other mounds that are.
hmm
So, yeah, that would be fine if you try it.
Okay. So I'll just do that, and I'll try to get this one, and then after doing that, I'll blow some over here, or use it over there some, and if I can, just try to use it as much as I can in the area.
Okay. Well, let's just say a minute moving around this thing, and just affecting the space around you. I don't think there would be enough time to move around and then go somewhere else. I think you'd
Okay.
only have enough time to get around this one.
That's fair.
Alright. Who would be, okay. Door right here.
Ooh.
So let me go ahead and change that to a, and there's a door there. Can you see it? Suggested is so. Stand in front of it.
No. Over here. Oh, there we go.
I mean, do you see a door icon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where that one is. I think for the one to the right, the mound to the right, that's affected. So just on the other side of this, the mound to the left, behind you. The two things that you guys would notice is that the sand moves pretty easily. However, what it uncovers is something that you guys hadn't seen thus far, which is dirt.
Oh.
Oh no.
So it, I mean, it's likely there's something
Dirt,
underneath
you
it,
say?
I was
but
about to
it's also likely that maybe doorway is not as easily covered with dirt as well. The one above.
I have just the spell for this.
Bex,
I
wonder what.
this entire time.
Now I
one
have to use it every session just to annoy you.
The one above is that's 10. You should see a door icon there. But that's where the seal is. And then to the south, you blow sand and you see more sand. You see a bit of structure, but you don't see like that sealed entrance.
Okay.
So it might be on the other side.
Well, Bex is gone again.
But you do see this, and to enter in, take about 20 minutes to break through, but you're able to break rules.
Oh.
You
I would
first.
say at this point, Altath, real quick, just context. You guys we'll say this is like hour 2. Your torch is okay for right now, but you'll probably have to light up a new one soon.
Okay. Just remind me to do that whenever applicable.
You guys
Go forth,
coming? This is a
Zilis.
narrow passageway. I don't like this.
Go for it.
Okay.
The music just changed. I don't like that.
Why do I hear boss music?
Oh no!
Yes, it's a very tight passageway.
Last time I went down a tight
And-
passageways like this, I had a giant rock monster attack me and then cave in the whole thing.
Okay.
Zilis,
Well-
Moira, you would see that there is another doorway. It seems there's a lock on the door. Like a
Rock
keyhole.
monster turned out to be okay, Moira.
Do you want a
it's fine.
hammer? I can knock off the lock.
I have thieves' tools.
Do it! Get
Aha.
it! Rock monster was okay, I know, but still it was scary.
Well, yeah. They're supposed to be scary, otherwise they wouldn't be guardians.
Can I try to pick the lock?
Thieves' tools? Yes.
Yes, because I have those.
Go ahead and roll, and dexterity would be.
Okay. Just a dexterity check.
You could actually roll with thieves' tools. You get dice, and you just roll. Air.
Oh.
And then that it just adds your proficiency bonus.
Use thieves' tools. Normal.
No!
Ah. It's sandy. There's
If
sand in
worse
the
comes to
lock.
worse, we can get.
I
up
hate
there and
sand.
Sledgehammer it.
Gets everywhere.
Exactly, Altath. Let's
Rough
sledgehammer.
and coarse.
Yeah.
I do
don't have
also have
Run into
sledgehammer.
it this time.
All right. Bring in the sledgehammer.
Can squeeze past everyone, maybe.
Eh.
So yeah, just to clarify, sand is an issue out here, but not here. There's no sand in these hallways.
Oh, that's
It
fair.
is sealed, and so as you get up to this, it's an ancient design. Seems simple enough, true, but there's just something about it. So you spend 3-4 minutes on it. Feel like you keep getting close to it. They will pause at 3-minute mark. Feel like you're close, but maybe there's some impatience from the people behind you. So
Gee,
could
golly,
try
guy.
to break it down or continue.
We break it down already. Come on now.
Sorry, there's no sand in the lock. It's all in my eyes, apparently.
Slower than my grandfather. He's like
Oh,
300 years
Guys,
old.
be nice to the new guy.
Come on.
Whoa, he's never gonna.
You
trap
know
me
I'm not
again.
nice to new guys.
I am very well aware.
Just think you're not nice.
It's possible.
All right. Who's knocking the door down?
I can knock it down.
All right.
To clarify,
Altath eager.
please, don't just assume that you have failed this check. It's based on time as well, so there's a time piece to it. Again, because these dungeon rounds, this pacing is slower. It doesn't mean you have failed. It just means it's taking you longer to figure out than normal.
Okay, so should I?
So that's
guys
up to
think I
you.
can
It's
try
taking
again?
you along. It's been 3 minutes. Is there impatience to push through it? Are you just willing to like say, you know what, I should have broken this by now? Someone break it down. That's up to you. It's up to the party.
I
Really.
mean,
Fine with chilling. Altath, do you need a new torch?
I
This
can
would be
light
a
one.
good point. This would be a good point. Yeah.
I
I
light
can
one right
cast that light of sun thing. I have that.
now. Oh yeah, you
What's
can
it
do
called?
that, I guess.
What if we get
Y'all,
ambushed?
y'all ready for the sun?
What if we get ambushed?
Oh god. It
Oh,
would
no.
let people know we're here for sure.
Exactly!
I want to do it. I've never cast it before.
You letting people
Your
know
toy.
would have already been done by using a sledgehammer and a pick and what else outside.
Oh, that's fair.
okay, so
That's
here's the
fair.
question, guys.
Yes.
Would it be important to keep the door intact, basically?
I mean,
Uh,
the Records Guild is gonna have to get in eventually, right?
I could keep picking this lock if you want me to.
Alright. Y'all should be
Go
good
ahead.
without torches now.
You think I should keep picking it?
I'd say keep picking it, but I don't care.
All right. I will
You
roll
can
again.
pick it, just don't flick it.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
Nope, that's even worse. Keep rubbing sand out of my eyes.
there was no need to roll.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you dating token to give off light. It takes you another 2 minutes, but yeah, you're able to get it. Again, just a different design you're not used to. But you do hear the click. It seems like it's open.
Okay.
Inside,
Hello?
Inside this room is a singular sarcophagus.
That's incredibly suspicious.
Oh, I don't like
I mean,
it.
it's just a slightly bigger room than the last one.
It looks like the ones I actually no, it doesn't. Never mind. Ignore me.
A question. Oh,
Roll me perception.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Altath is
perception
freaking
doesn't
out.
bother me. It's initiative that bothers me.
Hey, Zilis, let's go!
Yes, finally. Okay.
Did
here
somebody
we go.
open their eyes?
Zilis
That's
and I are awake.
But
I got the sand out of
Altath
my eyes.
Altath is not. Altath is not.
Altath is
Okay.
scared of last time.
Altath walked in with their eyes closed.
It's not my
Uh,
song. Dude.
Skilly, a perception check. 20. Okay,
Yeah.
so 20, 20.
Oh my god,
21.
Skilly! Hey, we're awake.
A crit fail and a 13. Okay. Yeah. So again, just looking around this room as you guys get in, you're gonna be spending the next 10 kind of exam. Anything's off about it? Looking for different things. Nothing on the outside of the room. Again, it seems like it's the focal point is this sarcophagus. The difference is instead of a flat with little to no design stone lid, this one is shaped, carved into it, a beautiful elven woman holding a sword.
Mm-mm.
Is there any writing on it again, like the last one, or?
No writing.
Oh, that's sus.
At first you think, oh, hey, there's writing there. But then as you look deeper, especially those who have some
Awake.
elf in their blood, would notice it's just designs that kind of match, kind of borrow elements from script, the lettering, but it's just all like just decorative, not meaningful.
So, what are we thinking here?
We gotta
I'm
open
about
another
to
coffin.
Ask Beard a question
not?
privately. That might
Privately, what do we?
privately.
Oh, no.
How dare!
Questions.
Are there any pots with gold?
My
Is
eyes
there
are
any
still
water
adjusting
in the
to
room?
To the dark.
Any water?
light,
This is
rather.
ridiculous.
I need
Yeah.
my water.
You're trying to get used to the spell of sunlight compared to your torch, and you're like, what is this magic?
It's like having flashlights like above my eyebrows at all times.
I can put it in the chat without casting it if you need to read it.
Just explaining his low roll.
Because
no,
it doesn't
I'm
specify.
answering. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I'm answering. There's another spell that you're looking for that you don't have access to.
Of course there is.
Yeah, Adam. That particular spell just means that they can move and you can tell them what to do. But
You
you're
being a
looking for
necromancer?
Something else.
I was thinking about it, but it
No
doesn't
necromancy in the
actually help.
DMs.
It wouldn't actually help right now. So no.
Bad.
Turns out I'm not.
Frank 2.0 is not happy with your necromancy.
I think this one's name is George.
Oh, okay. I like George.
And he's
Actually,
very
his name's
curious.
An elvish woman, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, George. Elvish one.
George!
You got a problem?
It's just
sorry,
Galadriel.
it's Georgina.
George!
Georgette? No.
Georgie, like an it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so what are we
Georgie,
doing?
pudding and pie.
I vote for opening it. The last one had nothing valuable in it, right? Maybe this one will.
Uh-huh.
And are you really gonna desecrate a tomb
Let's see.
for money?
Me?
Do any of us...
You don't know me.
Wait, Moira, do you speak Elvish? Is there any Elvish
I do.
writing? Is there any?
I speak Elvish, Dwarvish, Common, Giant, Gnomish, Goblin, Orc, and Primordial.
That's a
Cool
lot.
story, bro. Is there
Good
any
guess.
Elvish writing on
Not
this?
that I saw, it's just
Hey.
decorative.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just decorative. Yeah.
Moira's just a
So we're gonna
European.
open it the exact same way.
She's got all the dictionaries and everything.
Don't mind me.
Again, Svamp, this matches the general vibe that you're understanding so far. You know, again, the difference between the two mounds is this: the last one that you were just in was sealed, compared to the one that was desecrated and broken into, so disturbed, I guess. So this one is sealed. So if your theory is correct, then it's possible that this dead body is dead, not undead.
So it should be fine, but also I don't want to mess with it, because what if we because if we desecrate it, then it becomes...
Well, then we try very hard not to desecrate it.
What? Okay, what is the definition of desecrate?
I'll Google it.
Yes, Google. That's
immersive.
existed in this. Yes.
It's maybe the dictionary.
Can we
is
consult
part of it.
your
I'll pull
Google
up
that
a
we for sure
handy
have in our inventories?
tablet.
Maybe it's in my scroll case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notes.
We do not have clerics here. We do not have paladins here. It is not a defined
no.
term within D&D, but yeah, generally it's just treating a sacred place with violence, disrespect, violating it.
Hmm.
And at the time
Understood.
of it, that opening, that last mound, nothing had been desecrated.
Not desecration.
Okay, everybody be very respectful of Georgette.
I respect you, George. Can I have your loot?
Saying it doesn't do much. You got actions speak louder than words.
I am respecting them by
Moira.
giving them a better view by placing the skull in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
If y'all mess this up, I told you so.
We're gonna get bodied.
I told you so, and also potentially my healing lady won't make an appearance. That's
That's right. You're the only healer.
I am, as far as I know. I don't know what these other folks got going on, but
I mean, I brought a lot of potions, but still.
Nah, I ain't healing nobody.
I can. Whether I
Okay,
decide
Zilis.
to or not is questionable.
Monks,
Alright,
you
so
on
we're
it?
doing this-
Let's do it.
Same as before? Or we just flipping the lid?
Just flip it, I'd say.
Gently flip it.
Respectfully.
No, I'm gonna see how many
Respectfully
flips
flip
I
that
can
lid.
get. I'm aiming for about 6 before it hits the
Oh
ground.
my god, no, turtle!
Just a little, like a posh man, just doing a bottle flip. That's all I can picture. A royal, like a king, just doing a bottle flip.
Okay. Yeah, if the intention is to open it and you guys are working together to do so, everyone apparently has moved to the side, which is okay. So you guys
Monks.
lift it and then push it to the side. And yes, inside is a body. The body is a skeleton of sorts. And nothing super remarkable about it. Again, another burial shroud. But around the outside, two on either side, there are bottles. Glass bottles. And there's some kind of liquid inside, a bit darker in color.
Don't drink it.
Maybe like a
Oh.
purplish, blackish. But yes, got 4 bottles that have some kind of liquid there, sealed.
Hmm. So I
I'm
found
taking the
bottles
skull
around
placing it in
here.
the corner.
We could have a drinking contest.
Whoa, we don't know what it is. They definitely
Last
don't
one
have.
standing
They
wins.
definitely don't have any coins in it. The last bottles I found had no liquid in it, but had coins. So I don't know what this is.
Death goop.
I
Well,
see some talks in chat. What?
I believe it's suggesting you drink them.
Phyllis, what's
Probably-
happening?
No.
Why are
Probably
you
good question.
eyeballing it like that?
I mean,
Shot,
look, we're in the
shot,
middle of a
shot,
desert
shot,
right
shot,
now,
shot.
and
Everybody.
It is kind of hot.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
I'm
mean, you
used
are
to
a
the
bit
water
parched, yeah.
personally.
Oh no. Beard's encouraging
I
us. It's not good.
They could be magical.
Oh,
Aw.
I
mean,
can
it was the highest
detect magic
constitution.
again if y'all need, but I'm not saying that.
It's okay. Let him do it.
Well, I think
I'm not.
clearly if we can see that the skeleton isn't undead, then our mission here is accomplished, and we need not to unnecessarily poison ourselves.
Yeah, we can leave, but Zilis, if you want to take it, I mean, I won't tell
I'm
the
not gonna
Records
drink
Guild.
it. I'm not. No, I'm not drinking that. That could be
Uh-huh.
like poisonous or something.
You be eyeballing it weird, bro.
And there's also 5 of us. One of us would have to go thirsty. Or
I'm fine
water.
with that. I'm good. I'm good to get out. What?
I mean, no, I'm not drinking it.
Nope.
So you guys are taking the bottles or leaving it?
I say take them, just don't
Could it hurt
drink
to
them.
take it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to
Who
do
is
it?
taking
Already
bottles?
halfway out.
You want me to take the bottles?
Yeah, go ahead, I'd say.
Okay. I'm gonna cautiously do it in case it's like booby trapped or something.
All right. Make a note.
We took the weird
Phyllis?
liquid.
I'm taking.
You
I'm
guys
taking the
taking it?
bottles.
taken.
Of mysterious goop.
Unexplained. Unidentified.
Goopy goobers.
No.
As you pick them up, they do slosh. They are not. They are liquid.
They're not viscous.
Yes,
Okay.
well,
For sure thinking he was going to say roll initiative.
Yeah, right? I was waiting for it. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Now we're good.
Okay.
We can
Yeah,
put the lid
it's not.
back
Yeah,
on
it's
now,
not
I
thick.
guess.
It's not like It's just water. Same viscosity as water.
Okay. All right. Now I can put the lid back on.
Yeah, does it have a smell?
Well,
I'm not
they're
opening
sealed.
it.
Yeah, they're sealed.
I don't want to.
I was going to say we'd have to crack one open.
Yeah, maybe
Pour
later.
one out
Maybe
for the
when we're-
homies.
Maybe when we're outside and in a ventilated space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I already used gust of wind, so let's not push it.
Okay. You guys replace the lid, and you head back out. There's one other door that you guys had opened, or at least revealed, and that was up to the north.
Oh, that's right.
Take number 10, my lord.
That was like right here, wasn't it?
Was that
Correct.
a Shrek reference?
Yes.
Leave.
No! Shrek is amazing.
It takes you guys a good 20 minutes or so to break the seal. But you're able. And let's move everyone over here. All in the same place. Skilly, I'm gonna move you manually.
Sure.
But yeah, as you get in, there is a bit of a hallway. Light is leaking into it. Or keyhole.
You know, my game, my thing froze.
I had to refresh also.
Game.
Okay.
But Mora, yes, you reach down, you open up the door, and it does open. It was not locked.
I see pots.
Go for it, Moira.
I want to break the
everyone
pots.
in here. and I'll
Don't break
describe what
them,
you guys
just
see.
So
look at 'em.
sorry, last time I saw pots, I dumped them out nicely to the side and I kept them intact. Don't worry about it. It's just a video game reference which doesn't exist in this world but would make chat laugh. Ha ha hee hee. I'm like Link, Legend of Zelda, give me the pots.
Oh, I've not ever
I'm
played
just
a
gonna start
Zelda.
picking up pots and throwing them.
I'm so sorry, chat. I've never played a Zelda.
I haven't either.
Shame.
That's actually disrespectful.
I haven't played it, but I know the references.
All right, so the zombie's alive now.
Okay. All right. So this is a circular room that you guys can see, about 30 by 30, and in the center, the obvious thing that you guys see as you walk in is there is a casket. However, this casket is made out of wood. It is not made out of stone.
This guy was poor.
In the casket, it is shaped very similarly to the elven experience, but again made out of wood, so it's just kind of carved in. There's a man, shape of a man.
Okay, so we got
That
a
is just
draconic,
resting there.
an elvish, and a man.
It's like
Are we
all
looking at the
everyone.
Fellowship of the Ring? What's happening?
I would say, yeah, man is up to interpretation. It's just a humanoid of some.
Maybe it was another crazy party that worked together. Who knows?
There are wall sconces all around, but no torches lie there or are intact. But Svamp is casting off light, so it is very visible.
Yeah. And very bright.
And
the sun.
Yeah. And then the other thing that you guys would notice is there are vases around the outside. There are 8 of them, spaced somewhat evenly apart. They are decorative. Everybody roll me a perception, and then based on the description of what I have said, what is your intention here? So Zilis, we've got a 16. What's your intention in this room?
I would probably be focusing on the vases. No, not to touch the sarcophagus. Just keeping an eye out for anything that looks valuable.
All right, Altath, you've got a 14. What's your intention in this room?
I'm looking at the pots personally.
All right,
Trying to see if there's any interesting features or engravings or anything.
Skilly, what's got your attention?
I'm tapping on the sarcophagus, seeing if there's anything tapping back.
Oh no. That's not cool.
Just walking around it, it's randomly tapping, just knocking.
Yeah, Mora, I feel like I already know the answer, but please, what is your intention?
I'm looking at each pot to see if I hear any coins in it, like I did before.
You're looking to hear?
Are you picking them up, or are you just kind of like
Just like a little
them?
shake it, rock it, just a little bit. I don't want to like knock it over or anything unless I hear something.
Svamp?
Well, with a perception check of an 8, I think I might be looking at my shoelaces.
I'm not asking. Not based on what your role is. What's your intention?
I'm looking at the coffin, looking at the markings, seeing if there's writing I recognize, looking at the carvings, that sort of thing. I'm out for learning. What is that? 75. Excuse me? Pardon me? What is? Hello? What are those?
Rolls.
What are those?
Rolls, dude.
The undead that's gonna climb out of the clown coffin.
I very much not like the look of that.
So, so we've got 2 that are looking at these.
We're doomed.
We've got 3 that are looking at the vases as you guys move around.
Thank you, Plasma.
To those who are looking at the vases, very decorative. These are Moira, I think you would recognize the difference between these and what you had witnessed before. These have depictions on them. Seems to be a depiction of life. Ancient village near the sea.
Interesting. Zilis, you sure you don't know what this is?
One, you've got kids playing around. Another one is farmers. Another one is people in a city, and so on and so forth. Like you just kind of keep. You shake some of the vases, and none of them. Zilis and Altath. Yeah, Zilis and Altath, you're going to notice the same things. Again, it seems like it's depicting life scenes.
Okay.
Zilis.
The music is picking up. Ugh.
You would see coastline that seems to be familiar to you. And you think back to when you're in Sydund in the Adventurers Guild Hall, there was a map of the area that had similar like shapes to it. And you think that based on what you're seeing, I'm just gonna move everyone to this map real quick. But yeah, off in the distance, you're gonna see a small island off of the edge of the coastline. But like in this general vicinity, to the south,
Next to Storm Island?
Yeah, Storm Island.
is
What?
what you're seeing in that scene.
Thus.
There's only one that seemed to have something recognizable as far as a landmark. But you do see what looks to be an island off the coast, and based on your knowledge, there aren't many islands in the area except for Storm Island. But again, based on like how the coast is shaped, seems to match.
Okay.
Thus.
All right.
Based on that, three of you that are looking at this and just looking generally speaking, you would think that these vases would be probably very valuable to Records Guild.
I'm scribbling in my notepad. Historical vases.
Yeah, not try to break the vases.
Yeah, don't break.
Quick interruption. Zilis, you see a particular scene that seems to match seen on maps as Storm Island, off in the distance. Are you saying anything?
I don't think, no, I'm probably not gonna make a huge deal out of it. Probably just like note down, tell someone about it later, sort of thing.
Okay. The other main thing that you guys would all notice is that none of these life scenes have a desert in them. all wooded, green. However, you guys would all be aware that there is an older depiction of the map that would suggest that most of the land was green and forested.
Huh.
So timeline based, this would probably be 4 deserts, if that map is to be accurate.
Wild.
Svamp and Skilly, you guys are looking at this casket, and again, yeah, it's wooden, it's carved. There is a shape of a humanoid of some kind. No really distinctive features on it. No markings, no writing or anything.
No knocking back.
Oh, did you knock to see if anyone was home?
Yeah, I said I'm walking around it and knocking every once in a while to see if there's an answer.
No response.
Okay, it's empty. We're safe.
You think he would just respond like that, though?
Well, I'm gonna slam the lid 3 times and scream, "You awake in there? Anybody home?"
What are you doing over there?
I don't. Are you
Not
okay?
at desecration yet, but we're pretty close. We're on the border.
I don't
I'm
think
just
I
seeing if
should have
someone's
given the
home.
turtle a mushroom. On second thought.
I told you not to.
What?
I'll pull out the mushroom, so I haven't even touched it yet. Technically.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, and I'll
I
put
think
it
that's
away.
worse.
Eat your mushroom. Eat your mushroom. Maybe it'll fix it.
That's just delaying the inevitable, I think.
What's the inevitable? Now I'm scared.
Well, whatever. This is him.
Oh, Lord. Stop interrogating 10 people, my dude.
Well, there's no
can't.
money. I'm out.
They
You
don't want to
say
answer
that.
me.
You say that, but I know what you sent in that DM.
Hey!
So you should be.
Hey, don't out me!
Don't
Don't out
accuse.
me!
Out her.
Don't.
We want
Listen,
transparency.
I mean, the
In
more you talk to
confidence, my man.
dead, the more you talk to dead people, the more you are likely to get ghosted. So,
Oh, that's why, actually.
Hopefully that picked up on
Ba-dum-tsh.
my mic. I don't know if it did or not. But I gave
Yeah,
you a bit of.
It did.
I think I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys open up the casket or no?
Yeah,
No.
I want to.
I don't want to. Why? Leave him
I would
alone.
like to note beforehand that this may or may not contribute whatsoever to what we're doing here. But the first thing I noticed on a
Peaceful.
meta level when we came in is how all of the vases are in perfect symmetry. Maybe this is just Beard being OCD, but that rings off bells and whistles all over the place.
I mean, it's not like
Wait,
there's
bells
5
and whistles
minutes
are here?
making
I love bells
I
and
was about to
whistles.
say. I was about to say. Moira met bells and whistles. Have you met them? They're kind of.
Oh.
They're
They're great.
apparently cool.
I think we're missing some context clues here.
It's just other people. Don't worry. They're up north.
They're not actually named bells and whistles, but Svamp is bad with names.
It's Vels with a V and something else.
Oh, all right. I know. I get it. now.
Even the DM was like, "What are you talking about?"
Real quick, I'm gonna send you guys to another map, and
Oh,
this
Vortation
map is
Jutsu. Let's go.
Field
the
trip.
old continent map, and
Whoa,
magic
I think I've
school
shown you this
bus.
before. It is easily accessible. You guys can switch to it anytime you'd like to, with the map stuff. But yeah, it is a map that was recovered in a structure underneath Hovestad, and it depicts something that looks exactly like the island, but there's
Weird.
differences. There's obvious differences. So
Yeah.
trees cover everything. Mountain ranges are a little bit different.
Some
Snow?
of the land is different too.
Yeah, some of the biomes are, and
There's some islands missing, maybe.
It's definitely because of global
like-
warming.
There's some like peninsulas that are wild.
the ongoing theory is that something catastrophic happened would have caused this, but there's no
A great calamity.
timestamp. There's no
I was about to say.
timestamp that has
I
been
understood that
associated with drawing of the map. But another theory is that the map was inside of a druidic group. So it's possible it's what they were hoping for. That's another theory that was passed by through adventurers.
We're gonna try and make everything green.
Oh no.
But based on this, I think it would be safe to say that we can head home at this point. But I think going back to the Adventurers Guild, seeing this map kind of hung up. Sydund is located down here-ish, thereabouts. There is a city marker here.
Ooh.
Storm Island off in the distance.
There's
Is
something
that
there.
kind of where the Vase coast was?
Yes. Could make that connection.
Fancy.
Which means if there was in fact a city over here, mounds were, within 10 miles of that. There's maybe some relation. Mounds and whatever that city was. So, something to report back, something to keep in the back of your mind. Things come. But, yeah, you guys explored 3. Vases,
Money,
you
money,
guys
money.
you're sticking where they are. Like you're not taking any of those vases that were in that room?
No, I would say
Also-
not, because I think they're more valuable to the.
Guild.
I heard no tinkles of coins, so no.
What a way to phrase that.
Say we might have to hold that.
Tinkle!
There was no tingles from inside the sarcophagus. Are we gonna open it or not?
No, leave him be.
I'm
He's
already
peaceful.
outside, guys. I'm already outside.
He's peaceful. Let him sleeping.
If people open it and they die, it's not my fault.
Yeah, you don't. Even though it's not your fault, doesn't mean you need to harass them in the afterlife. Leave him be, my dude.
We're supposed to clear the place.
Well, the dead is not causing any problems as of current in this
Also-
specific dome.
Also, he hasn't been touched, so I don't think he's gonna come. He's gonna be undead.
You could also have the coins on him, you know.
Oh no.
No, don't.
Excuse
She's
me.
already outside. She's already
I already
outside. What are you
left.
doing?
I can't hear anything.
You really pulled that one out, didn't you?
You really did. You trying. I already left on purpose.
Hi, Moira. You want a mushroom?
No! Leave me alone!
Man, I don't blame you. I don't wanna.
Man,
I wouldn't want to
Shinichi's more
shapeshift
fun.
either.
Shinichi likes mushrooms.
She's never had one of your trips.
Well, that's true. Now that would be a fun time. We gotta figure that out. How do we make that happen?
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and end here. You guys have been out here for a few hours, and the sun is starting to get very hot. But you have cleared out for half.
Woo!
This is the mounds that are here.
And how much is the money?
Just one set. This is so 3 mounds. 3 mounds. 200 gold per mound.
It's like 120 for each of us.
So yeah, 200 by 5, 120. Yeah, 120 gold.
Nice.
You want us to go ahead and add that, or?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, in your inventory you should have
I'm making money back after buying all those health potions.
allocations. What are you buying health potions for? You get one free every time you head out.
Every time we head out? I did not have one.
Yeah, we get one from the guild.
Oh, well then I have 4 now.
I didn't go.
The more the merrier.
Look, I don't have any healing. The only healer is Svamp, and Swamp's kind of picky about who she heals. So
I'm not really. I say that I am, but I'm really not. The second you start looking real bad, I pop out that healer pretty quick.
But okay, everyone in the live chat. Thank you so much for joining.
Raid Blaze. Pretty please.
Oh yes, Director Amelia, thank you for stopping by once again. PlayStation 1 MLP. I think this is the first time I've seen you. Thanks for tuning in. But yes, if you are on the Twitch side of this, we are going to we're gonna raise. I think that is something that I can do, and I just have to.
/raid plays the weirdo.
Yeah, no, I think I gotta be following them. Not that one. That link. You at? Oh yeah, that was okay. Well, I'm getting there. So what we're gonna be doing is we are raiding. Oh, you didn't actually send me a link to the actual stream.
I can do that real quick.
Yeah, can you grab me that link?
Yep.
So I make sure I can do that. But yeah, so everyone in the live chat, thanks for tuning in. This is part 2 of our burial mounds investigation out of Sydund. So yes, on the map we are right around here. But yes, there are 50 of these mounds. We have uncovered 5-ish, 6-ish, and yes, this is going to be a long-term thing. As there's again 50 of them, plenty of them to go around. This will take some time. But yeah, there's more. There's a few different groups that are playing, so we'll see what happens. All over the place.
I've sent you the link, or I can also just put their username in the chat for you.
Thank you. No, I found it. I got it. And they are streaming. Very good.
Yep.
Follow, so hopefully that comes in anything. So we're going to raid someone on the Twitch side, and they are doing it right now. They are...
They're doing a
doing some
collaborative art stream.
Yeah.
I'm part of that collaborative art group.
4, 5.
So.
Yeah, it seems like there's 5 of them, and they're collabing on a build. And get the name again. I've never done a raid before, so you have to give me time. All right, we're gonna start it. So if you're watching on Twitch, that's where you guys are gonna be heading. Everywhere else, yeah, we are just gonna close. So have a good rest of your weekend. We'll talk soon, and we'll play D&D together again soon. Later.
Bye.
Bye.